Hello, all of you cute beans out there, and welcome to the stream. I am Razim, currently as Asher the Labradamon, and this is House Flipper 2. Let's go ahead and get into this. I seem to have all... Oh, I guess I gotta finish... Okay. I don't actually have all of my tools yet. I gotta go finish that job, it seems. Good thing I was planning to do so, but, you know. Good night, Duwong. Thank you for coming by. Hey there, Balasar. So yeah,
Is that a backflipping raptor I see?
Hi, someone noticed me. Hello.
Hello there.
Hello.
Don't worry, you were noticed, senpai.
I am definitely not a senpai, but thanks. The senpai here is Zim. He's the senpai. He's the master, the top, all the things. So I'm gonna be a little exhausted. I am emotionally drained, but hey, I'm ready to vibe. What are we playing?
Would you like salted caramel coated chocolate ice creams?
That would be kind of nice. What's up, hon?
Well, as I said, I am doing House Flipper 2.
Nice. I think you were playing that a bit. Yeah, I saw you playing that on stream a bit late before. Looks pretty neat.
It is.
The House Flipper franchise is definitely one of the better sim games out there, in my opinion. Not many games encourage you for being as creative as possible.
Yeah, you can definitely say that again.
Not many games encourage you for being as creatively as possible.
Cute.
Boing. So your goal is to make the house look as nice as possible, and you get like more money based on how good you make it.
Well, right now I'm doing one of the essentially quest jobs, but in general, yes, that is how it works. It's like you can't start out just, you know, buying a house right off the bat.
True.
What are they gonna want me to do with that wall? I guess all of this is meant to be painted, and that's probably going to get a different material. That's my assumption.
The only other game I know that encourages you to be this creative with your decorating is Mind Over Magic, and that's because it's a necessity. You want your rooms to be good? Well, you better decorate them nicely.
There is another one that I know of, Amazing Cultivation Simulator.
I'll have to look at that one.
It's essentially it's very similar to RimWorld, but it's got its own mechanics to it. But in that one, you have to keep in mind feng shui with your rooms. It's got a lot of, I believe it is Chinese mythology kind of stuff in there. I don't know if it's Asian of some variety.
If it's specifically feng shui, it's more than likely Japanese.
Yeah. Either way, you got to keep in feng shui. Alright, keep in mind feng shui, so like your bedrooms have to face a certain cardinal direction. All of your furniture needs to be set up right. You gotta have the right balance of elements and all that. And I mean, I will also say it's got furries, so that's a plus.
That's always a plus.
Though, I will also say that the, you gotta be careful about the anthros because technically they're a form of demon, and if you don't do things right with them, they'll go mad and try to kill everybody in the village.
Oh, the yokai.
Yeah,
Essentially.
yokai. Neat.
It's some kind of curse or something with them, but yeah. It's a really neat game that I did not give enough of a look to, and I've always been meaning to go back to. Just haven't quite gotten around to it yet, you know? It's like I've got all these other games to do, and so... Also, I keep forgetting that I can expand this thing. There we go. That's so much better.
I'm not sure what I think about the new Erenshaw update. There's now the option for you to turn on quest markers, which is like, yay! But also that option allowed you to edit EXP generation and damage modifiers and stuff, and I'm like,
Sorry, I was eating crackers. Kuroi is cute.
Yes, he is. Hey there, Gamma. How you doing?
Oh, hi, out pal.
This polka dot wallpaper is definitely not what I would pick, but I ain't the one paying for this, so... There's no accounting for taste.
And itty bitty yellow polka dot bikini.
There we go. Good night, Duong.
Have a safe trip.
Very nice, Gamma.
She was afraid to come out of the water. She was afraid to come out of the sea. But yes, I discovered something today, Zim. There is a weather type that makes people not come to grocery stores. It is fog.
Fog of all things.
Rain, everyone comes. Cold, everyone comes. Hot, everyone comes. Fog, if there was the ghost land in there.
Well, fair enough.
To be honest, though, while I was riding to work on my scooter, I was like 99% sure zombies were going to come out of the fog and eat me.
I always got to play Silent Hill when fog happens. It's mandatory.
It was dense because like I live at the foot of the hills, so all the fog was rolling down off the hillside. So it was like I couldn't see more than like maybe. Can I just say it with meters?
Yeah.
I couldn't see more than about 5 meters in front of me. Feet. That's about 10, 15 feet. No.
1 meter
feet?
is roughly 3 feet.
Yeah, so yeah, roughly. Well, I think it's roughly 2.5 feet a meter.
It's more than 2.5. I just generally summarize it as about 3 feet per meter.
Yeah, it's 1 foot is 0.3 of a meter. So yeah, yes, you're right. It's about 3 feet per meter.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was about 15 feet. I couldn't see more than about 15 feet in front of me.
My birthday. But happy birthday to Kuro. Kuro's birthday's today. Happy birthday, Kuro.
No, mine's next week. Thank you very much.
Kuro, not Kuroi, sorry.
Oh,
Kuro.
sorry.
I have a friend called Kuro who's Cat's mate. So yeah, that's good.
Ah,
Yeah.
sorry.
He's a plant dude. You're good. Happy birthday to you too, Kuroi.
It's next week.
I am preemptive striking.
It is super effective.
Yeehaw. Rides off to the sunset on a horse for no reason.
That lucky horse. Is his name Chance?
Now it is.
That is a hideous rug.
Yes, yes, it is. Again, there's no accounting for taste. I am just putting in. So I've noticed that when you're doing these jobs, the clients have their specific colors and designs that they want used already there. So I just have to suck it up and deal. I do not like this.
Yeah, that's kind of the thing with the first one as well. It's like different people when they're buying their houses. It's like you have to like hold interviews and stuff with them to find out what colors they like, what they're looking for in a house. And yeah. Wait, you actually have to wire lights to switches now?
I don't. Well, yeah. And you could do some interesting wiring from what I've seen. Nothing like you can't pull off anything too super out there crazy, but yeah.
I mean, that's actually kind of cool. In the first one, it was just you put a light switch in a room, it hits all lights in the room.
I very much agree that it is really cool.
Hey, yo, Balzar. Someone's waiting.
Rex is a good boy.
Appreciate it. I be trying.
Oh, right. So I showed Gib Gab Everything Everywhere All at Once yesterday.
Oh, that's a really good
That instantly got him wagging.
That's one of my
Adorable.
favorite movies.
It's my favorite movie too. I cry so hard every time I watch it.
Yeah, that one's really good. A lot of good feels and just overall really good. I'd suggest anybody to check it out sometime. Everything Everywhere All at Once. Really good.
My only preface I will give is it's heckin' weird, but it's good heckin' weird.
Oh yeah, that's my favorite kind of weird.
But like, you know, there will probably be some points that make you go, ugh. But that's kind of the point.
Yeah, the point. I guess if we're talking movies, one quick recommendation, especially for people that are vibing with Deltarune, check out an anime movie called Suzume. It's one of my favorites now. I got shown it recently. That's all I will say. Pretty good.
I'm basic with anime movies. My favorite one is still The Girl Who Leapt Through Time.
I've heard good things about that. I think I might have watched it. Wait. Chat, you're silly. They're making up movies again? What? I have not begun to make up movies. Go watch Kung Pao. It's funny.
I love that movie. I mean, looking back on it now, I'm like, I should not have watched that because there's a lot of racial insensitivity, but damn, that was a funny movie.
Yeah, it was a different time of comedy where there was no chill and they didn't have to worry about getting hit with a lot of things. There was a lot of no chill jokes. There wasn't anything malicious about it. It's a really funny movie.
Oh, they weren't being malicious. It was a spoof movie, and we all know how bad spoof movies can get.
Yeah, true. What's the movies? I've been watching. CGS been watching a lot of Terminator. I caught the first Terminator. I'm kind of in the mood to watch more of them, honestly. To go check some more Terminator stuff out. At least the first couple. I dropped off after like the third one or something like that. I think they get kind of after the third one. I don't remember. I just know like my favorites like 1, 2, and I did like the one where he fights the girl with the red jacket. I do remember that.
I haven't seen any of them except for the first one and about a third of the second one.
Oh, yeah, the second one's gnarly. It's really cool. Very rad. Very 90s. Tee.
I thought it was very 80s, wasn't it?
First one's very 80s, but I believe the second one wasn't. Well, I'm a little bit weird about my 90s nostalgia. It merges in with 80s nostalgia, so it could be very well. I think it was 90s. Let me go look again. Pretty sure I'm wrong though. I think you're right. It's 80s. Let me see.
First one was 80s, and then the rest.
Yes.
Then it was 90s.
Yeah. But you're okay. You're like it makes sense because it was 1991 when it came out, so it's very early 90s.
I mean, I wasn't allowed to watch any of the Terminator movies because they were too. Well, my parents thought they were not appropriate for. And then when I got old enough to watch them, regardless what they said, they kind of like the craze was over and they felt a bit dated.
Kind of like me with Harry Potter, honestly. I respected my grandma enough not to, because like when I read the first 4 books, but then I went to live with my grandma and she was the good Christian. Yeah.
How'd she feel about Pokemon?
She was okay with Pokemon.
Okay.
I did convince her otherwise. But I didn't do that until basically when I was getting ready to go to college, because it was part of the D&D is not for the devil paper that I wrote for my English senior project.
I remember you telling me about that, I believe.
Yeah, I brought it up a few times, but she did take what I said to heart. But I respected her enough not to go against her wishes with the Harry Potter stuff, even if I disagreed. But by the time I was done, it's like, well, I'm off to college now, and college busy. I don't have time to read books anymore, and now I do, and I instead have been reading, well, audiobooks, but going through
you're making
the
a book.
Dresden Files. Oh yes, that too.
To be honest, I think Harry Potter still holds up now. I mean, I don't like the author, but the books were like my childhood, so
it's not I haven't picked them up because of anything in particular. It's just not enough time.
That is fair. But I remember Harry Potter was my first rebellion.
Oh, okay.
I wasn't allowed to read it, but my school library stocked it. So I would sneak it home from my school library, hidden under a bunch of textbooks, And after my parents would go to bed, I used to pull out the little light they got me to clip on top of my Game Boy so I could play my Game Boy, my little Game Boy Pocket. And I used to get that and I'd take it off and I'd clip it on top of the book, and then I'd put the quilt over my head and I'd just sit there reading Harry Potter until the morning. And because I would refuse to take the quilt off in case someone would walk in and see me reading Harry Potter, I'd usually be like absolutely drenched in sweat and like hyperventilating. But I didn't care because Harry Potter was great.
Yeah, I just remember it was one of my achievement books because back I couldn't read till like second grade. So when I was catching up on everything, I felt very like happy to read big books. A lot of moving back and forth from Puerto Rico, but yeah, when I could read like big books, like Harry Potter books, I was just like trying to like it was like almost achievement because they had everything color coded by like different colors for how hard the book would be. Harry Potter was one of the ones that kept increasing in difficulty over time. When you got to the fourth book, it was like a 500, 600 page or something like that.
I remember when they had those at that reading level thing at my school.
We never
like
did
a
that.
game. I was a very gamer.
I was so far ahead, and like when I was in first grade, I think I was already well on my way to high school reading level. And every time they had those come up, I would literally show up. Because what they did is they had little points that you got. Because you would, read the book, take a quiz, get points. And then at the end of the year, you got to redeem those points for prizes. I showed up to the prize booth. And I was only allowed to get one of each item. And I still had points left over.
Nice.
In fact, and then there was also the, I think it was Pizza Hut that was doing a promotion where doing so much reading would get you a free pizza. And man, I had so many free pizzas.
That's awesome. They never combined that. I would have been all about reading Barbaduke or whatever the heck, all the Dalton books.
I was never allowed to read Stephen King, but I always wanted to read Stephen King. I think the first Stephen King book I ever read was Under the Dome. But I was allowed to read. I was allowed to read Frankie Peretti, who was the Christian Stephen King.
What? Why don't you? What do you mean? What's wrong with? What about the book? Never mind. I know what you're talking about.
Yes,
it's kind of out there.
What you read Frankie Peretti's?
No, I just know what you mean. Where like Stephen King kind of gets very much out there with some of his books.
Oh no, it's just I was only allowed to read like books by Christian authors who wrote Christian books.
What about Goosebumps?
So Lightpaw apparently did the Pizza Hut thing. Yep, the Animorphs books were on the list for that. I read so many of those.
I tried to read Animorphs, and I feel shame as a furry that I actually didn't like them.
I did not get to read them. I just never had them in there, available, and always end up reading like Goosebumps and stuff,
Goosebumps was great, though.
Goosebumps was great, and I swear, might be a slight, this might be one of those, what's the term for it? Hot topic or whatever? Spicy, a hot take, that's the term. Or
hot
phrase.
Take, okay. Sure.
Those Goosebumps books were 100% R.L. Stein's freaking barely disguised fetish in every single one of them.
Don't give it away. I mean, what?
You know that in Australia, we actually had a TV series based off Goosebumps called Around the Twist.
Ooh.
I mean, if you ever want to identify Australians in the room, just sing the lines, "Have you ever?" And any kid born in the 90s who is an Australian will reply with, had a thought like this.
Oh, I have actually seen that show. An Australian friend of mine was showing that to me. I don't remember how far we got. That was based on Goosebumps, though?
I
Yeah.
didn't know.
Huh.
Ours was, I guess, readers beware. You're in for a scare.
Yeah, the TV show was pretty good.
Oh my goodness, I'm just like watching Goosebumps cover. Goosebumps has such gnarly covers, man. I'm gonna send them. Like you're on the money when you say secretly disguised fetishes, because so much TF. Also, this is the reason why I read all the Choose Your Own Adventure books. So fun. I love all the bad ends.
Oh, yes.
We used to have other books that weren't. So it's an Australian author, but it was like, if you like Goosebumps, you would have loved this guy's stuff. It was Paul Jennings.
Hey, Simple. Yes, we're talking about Goosebumps, Animorphs, and all of those, 90s book series.
Okay, so I don't think it's a swear, but I'm not sure, so I have to check. Is 15 minutes past?
Yes.
Okay. Did you ever read The Day My Bum Went Psycho?
That is fine to say for the record.
Okay.
But
I don't
no.
know. Weird things are... they were great. It was like full-on zombie apocalypse movies, but like they replaced zombies with like sentient detachable butts.
Okay, then.
The way I tuned out and caught the
It was
end of that, the tail end even. What, can you say that again?
It was peak 90s like young adult lit.
Oh,
But basically it was about like, this world where butts were sentient and like attached but separate from their humans and could detach themselves, and basically it kind of turned into like an evil mastermind / zombie apocalypse type series versus like, there was bums and bum fighters, and yeah.
This is
And the bum
sounding...
fighters the bum fighters had names like the Slapper and the Tickler and the Pincher. And like, of course, the bum fighter that turned out to betray everyone was the Kisser.
That's great. What? This is a book?
Yep, it's a trilogy. They're called the Bum Books. The first one is called The Day My Bum Went Psycho, and then it was Bum Apocalypse, and then Zombie Bums from Uranus.
Oh, boy.
I mean, it was
I'm trying to
very
cover
much...
my mouth. Be quiet, I can't.
I mean, just Google it. The book front pages are as bad as you're possibly thinking. And they were absolutely hilarious.
I think someone was cooked when they did that, CJ.
I think it was an Andy... Was it Andy Griffiths?
It's Scholastic.
Yes, it's Andy Griffiths. Andy Griffiths. He wrote lots of books like that. So there was the Bum trilogy, but then he also did like a whole bunch of, like, he did like Just Wacky, Just Weird, Just Crazy, and there were like all these little just really weird but hilarious short stories. And it's like one of the things that they were most known for was if you got the corner of all the books and flipped it, it would have like a little flip book animation of something weird happening. It was great.
Oh, like oh god, I forgot the name. But Captain Underpants vibes, I guess. Yeah.
Yes, but a bit more like aimed for people probably like 15, 16, less aimed for like, kids.
Yeah.
I will definitely
Like young
say
adult, not kids.
I never read books like that. For me, my
They
go-to were things like the Wheel of Time series.
I read those too. Don't snob shame here.
Oh, I will 100% snob shame you.
I can hear.
I read both of them.
I have class in my literature.
I don't read flip books. I read documentaries and whatever.
I mean, for me, I just enjoyed reading because when I read, half the time I could easily hide a book. So, you know, I wasn't allowed to watch the TV shows that everyone else was watching. I wasn't allowed to, you know, laugh at all the dirty jokes. But at least if I had a book that had them all very well hidden that I could hide in, like, my Bible case or something, then.
Man, I need to go. I kind of want to go back. I wish I kept some of the books I used to read and just, like, you know, kept them. But
Hello there, Gibgab. You know, Gibgab,
Hello,
this
Gibgab.
whole conversation sounds right up your alley.
Oh, Gib. You should come talk to me and Rex about everything everywhere all at once. Give us your impressions.
Oh, that's
What the
gonna be
hell am
the rest of
I?
the stream.
Just fucking chopped liver over here?
But I like chopped liver.
Fine, whatever.
Oh,
Just
Zim.
someone doing a stream here, but no, carry on, have your fun.
See, this
Knowing me
is
right
why-
here.
Fine. Sorry, I'll shut up.
This is why I rated. That way I don't have to feel that way. Hee hee. Lol. What was I gonna say? Oh yeah,
Sorry,
Joe
Zim.
Silverstein. Real quick. Joe
I've
Silverstein.
seen the movie too.
I know.
Good.
What
I will
did you
not
think
feel-
of it, Zim?
I'm gonna be honest with you. I've been emotionally drained from feeling guilted all freaking like for the last 4 or 5 hours in a RP tabletop game. I think I'm gonna put some walls up and just take that as the joke it is and not give a reaction.
Okay.
You should probably too pretty soon if you're actually feeling bad.
Sorry, Zim.
Yeah, I've already said sorry like 20 times just now. I need to put that wall up or I'm gonna die. Anyway, real quick before we switch to probably talking about everything everywhere all at once for an hour. Man, shout outs to Where's Waldo and Shel Silverstein and like a lot of other like picture books still, because that's what really like it's really fun books. I know Where's Waldo's not even like a reading book at all, but I don't know. Shout out to those books though. I just remember reading those and liking those a lot. Poetry is all.
How could you not find him? Because he's hard to find. Otherwise, the books would be called There's Waldo. But yes, did you know that the bagel is just the Blender introductory tutorial donut?
The what?
Oh,
The bagel.
that's kind of cursed, and I love it.
Have you ever tried to use Blender before, Rex?
I've seen it. I've made smoothies out of a blender.
Oh gosh.
Bleps.
Did you know that, Zim? That it was the Blender bagel?
Yes, I am familiar with the with that.
Okay. Sorry, I thought it was cool.
It kind of is. Peak vibe.
Holy moly, I didn't know how many things were comparable from Harry Potter to Star Wars, actually. That's funny. It's basically the same
I mean-
story.
Aren't they both basically Don Quixote-esque hero adventures?
Yeah, I guess so. But I'm seeing back-to-back comparisons. It's kind of funny how they match up.
here. And I guess they just want this here for some reason.
Probably at the foot of the bed. I usually assume it would be at the foot of the bed, like where they're sitting and they're putting on their shoes or something.
Yeah, probably.
That or, well, you know, yeah, putting on their shoes.
And there we go.
One could say that ornament looks like it smells a little fishy.
No,
Hmm.
I could not say that
A lot fishy?
because it's stinky.
Alright, there we go. And done. Ooh, 42,000.
So I think I have to ask Rex, when the dog is being flung around and she has the flashback to being the chef, did you have an oh no moment as well?
What could it do?
Just before she cuts the dog lead?
I just sat there
Everyone-
being like, I didn't know you could make dog sushi, but I guess this movie's about to show me.
that's
Why
basically
are you
what I thought
so
too.
loud, Kip Cap?
Because I have my microphone in front of me for once.
Ah. Well, I need to turn you down
I
a
know,
lot.
I know. I'm inconvenient like that. Here, I'll make it more normal again.
I mean, you hear
I
lots of
already
people
turned you
argue-
down.
Okay,
Move the
fine, I'll leave
mic.
it there.
It just keeps moving the mic back and forth. Oh, the
Alright.
streamer's nightmare. Quit it.
Wow, it looks ready for renting. I worked on it for a couple of weeks and didn't even do half the stuff you did in like, what, a couple of hours? It's my job. But the parts you did already looked good. No, it did not. Do not lie to this guy. Anyways, maybe you should think about changing your line of work. I like teaching too much, I'm afraid, but I'll keep it in mind for when my students get tired of me.
I think, is that like your way of getting your own form of, you know, oh, I'm going to destroy your life, so you should totally give up the thing you're good at to be good at to do the thing you're horrible at. You'll do great.
Yes. Also, I do not know why you would want this freestyle upgrade.
Sounds cool.
No,
so that you don't have to draw the guidelines.
yes,
Make
but
your own
then
custom
it's
images?
just you can do that anyways with the guidelines. I mean, sure, it's a little bit more work trying to do more advanced stuff like that, but otherwise you make a mistake and you're painting outside the bounds that you
Looks like you
set
can't
up
go
yourself.
horizontal. I guess you can make multiple squares sideways, I guess.
Ugh.
I do love that when they go back at to the end, she takes the fanny pack off him. No, you cannot be trusted with the fanny pack.
I mean, would you?
No, he kind of nearly killed 3 people with it.
Yeah.
Although I wish that we could get real life nail polish that does what Joe Butapaki's nail polish does.
I
It's
wish
like it.
IRL, if you got audited by the IRS, you'd have a good outcome.
Fair enough.
You know, it might take you, you know, disrupting the multiverse and inventing a metaphysical black hole to do so, but yeah.
I think inventing a black hole is easier than taxes.
I agree
Zim
with
can
that.
confirm
I don't know.
What was
I
that?
think
that inventing a black hole is easier than taxes.
but it's not just a black hole.
Inventing a
It's
black
meth-
hole?
Yeah,
It's
like
a
you know, making a
metaphysical
making a
black
black hole.
Oh, hey,
It's easier
Dun
to
Brian. Good
access.
to see you. Sure.
I mean, all you'd have to do is put everything on a bagel. Everything.
on our bagel.
Suck it into the bagel.
That movie at least had me eat maybe like 7 bagels before I realized, like, okay, I'm just eating bagels because of the movie. I'm gonna calm down.
I mean, it made me look at bagels in a really sad way when I finished that movie.
Fair.
I
But-
want to add a quick side note, by the way. I'm so happy about playing Tyranids because never have I experienced the joy of being able to be like, okay, this game is gonna make me play like biological hive mind ships. Sure, it'll just be like normal Stellaris stuff. Nah. These boys got claws, they got tentacles, they actually like have to deal with the fact that they don't have guns, and it's cool, and it's like, oh, so what do? I ram into ships and then I like start eating them. And it's like, yeah, that's what I like. Give me the nummy boys.
You're playing Stellaris, you said?
No, I'm playing Gothic Armada too.
Ah.
Just I didn't know it was this fun, but it's really good. Like I said, it's a somewhat akin to like Empire at War, but for 40k.
Got out of work about 40 minutes ago? Nice.
Very nice.
It's good to see you, Dun Brian.
I haven't seen you around in a bit.
I don't know
Good to
where that's
catch ya.
supposed to go. We're just gonna assemble this next.
Oh my gosh, I didn't realize they made a cartoon out of the Bum series. Okay, I know what I'm doing on my weekend.
Oh boy.
Except the bums look like little shiny potatoes.
There they are. Put these in. Screw them in. Alright, you right there. You right there. This? No.
Mango sauce pizza.
I don't know how to feel
Mang-
about that.
Mango and habanero chicken pizza.
That feels mildly sacrilegious.
Why?
Or it sounds like it. No, mango not like that.
What do you
Is
mean?
it too-
Mango
mango's-
goes great with spicy.
Like too sweet.
Mango and spicy is delicious.
Eh. Eh.
I mean,
Hey,
but I have no issue with sweet and spicy.
What's up, Rex?
It's an acquired taste. Mango and spice. I know it's a thing that gets that's very popular in Mexico, and I started trying that. It's like, I like a low taste, whatnot. I'm Puerto Rican. That's not really my region stuff, but I know that's spicy and mango, spicy and fruit. Be a thing over there.
I like spicy and fruit.
That's fair.
We know, Kuroy. We know.
I like my fruits extra spicy.
Oh, that's where I'm supposed to put that. Okay.
But you know, I guess we live near Bali and Papua New Guinea. They do a lot of that. Bali is nice.
Also,
It's not kind of.
sorry if I'm missing any messages in chat. I'll go through them in a moment. This is a timed thing, so I'm trying to get it, I gotta get it done. Oh no, let's just screw these in. Okay. I'm sure I've got more time to breathe with this than I think, but...
Better do
You're
it
alright.
quick and while you got the time.
Exactly. Oh, jeez.
Because you'll never know when you get a stage like this. So this isn't that bad.
Well, these are more specifically like,
They're the drawer thingy.
it's the assembly thing that we, do... Oh, there's even more over here. Oh, God. Okay, game!
Yay! It's IKEA flat pack simulator.
It legit is.
It's okay. I always found putting IKEA furniture together oddly therapeutic, especially when doing it with your partner. Better than any sort of marriage therapy, because you'll fight and get it all out in the open.
I'm a supporter of co-op Legos. Although if you have them separated, it's actually really co-op-y and nice, honestly.
I don't know. I'm not good at sharing my Legos. I enjoy doing them too much.
I really like doing Legos too. But I
Have
still
you
manage to share.
have you ever seen ROKR or Robotime?
I don't think so.
It's kind of like Legos, but it's like flat pack wood cut out with like a laser, and then you like it all slots and clips together, and you can make like anything really. Like the last things I did was a bunch of marble runs that you join them that you can like buy expansions for and slot them together.
It's probably a lot cheaper than Legos.
The kit I got that was 2 models. To be honest, it took me a couple of weeks to do them both because I was just pacing myself with them. They probably could do it each one in about 8 to 9 hours. So probably about 18 to 20 hours worth of
Okay,
stuff.
got it.
Yeah, about 18 to 20 hours worth of approximate build time. That cost me like $350.
Oh, jeez. Okay.
But that's Australian dollars. So in US, that's
Oh.
like 175.
Still a lot. Alright,
it's
let's
like, you know,
catch
they're
up on
really cool
Shane.
looking.
On chat here. Nid player spotted? What do you mean, CJ?
Oh, me.
Oh, okay.
Tyrannid.
You know, I'll send a link to both you and Rex
Yeah.
because I love these guys, and they started. Yeah, they're cool.
Oh, glad to hear you're not worn out, Dun Brian. You've been missed. And good night, Dido. And hello there, Raijin.
Night, I don't hire.
Man, I miss Bionicle. I loved getting all
I-
those figurines.
I used to do Bionicle too. That is the Australian site, but like you can always just take off the .com.au and change it to just .com, and you'll get the US site.
Yeah. Alright, I now have a 4% discount on desks. Did you know if you look down, you'll see your legs?
I think that's a reference to the fact that you couldn't in your first one.
Oh. Oh, jeez, this one's got a completion time of 16 minutes. Okay, fair enough. Where am I supposed to start first?
I love this so much. Sorry, just you know when a game themes something right and it's just like perfect. I have an objective here and it's like, oh, take control of the system and complete the special operation. What's the mission called? A gourmet meal. Really am just playing Nami boys. I love this. Peak.
I actually really like these. I'm a little sad that the assembly things. I'm a little sad that they got rid of the actually assembling the showers and all of that, but at the same time, this is actually enjoyable. It's a good alternative. Because I will also say with the first one, it did kind of get a little old after the first few times.
That is fair. But yes, Rex, I sent you them as well because I assume you like Lego and stuff.
Oh, let me check. This first one is... Oh. These are interesting. Oh, it's like a bunch of pieces, like cog. They're very steampunky looking. Let's see. Marble spaceport, marble wooden puzzle. These are complicated. Oh boy.
They are, but they're also very, you know... It's like building a 3D puzzle that's like a little bit of woodworkiness.
Yeah, it looks like it. It's
Does
really
it
cool.
have an actual... Does it have instructions with it, or are you supposed
Oh,
to just figure it
very-
out?
Very step-by-step. Very step-by-step instructions. It does not expect you to work it out at all.
Because that's kind of part of why Legos are so enjoyable, is the fact that you can... You just get to chill and vibe and follow instructions and, you know.
Bing chill.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So basically, it's like, did you ever do Connects?
Yes.
Did you ever get like one of those Connect suitcases where like they had those really complex models in it and it had like the instruction book with like 5 or 6 pages on how to
No.
build them? Oh, okay. Basically, you get a book, like a little booklet, and you work your way through it. And I used to break it up like chapters, like, you know, I do like 3 pages a day. And I'm like, okay, well, that took me like an hour, so that's enough for today. And you get to do all the little popping out the wood, getting the little filing off the rough edges, lubing up the parts with wax, and
Mer?
yeah. Because if it has rotating parts, because it's wood, you use wax as lubricant.
Put those in. Schmack, schmack, schmack. Assemble this one. That goes over
But
there.
I think the Book Nook stuff is absolutely adorable for shelves. They like kind of look like books. Like they're about as thick as a thick book, but it's like inside them is like a whole big 3D scape of like, you know, a whole bunch of them. There's like an alleyway in France, or like, you know, the scenery
What are you
from
talking
Tokyo.
about right now?
Well, just other stuff they do, like the bookend puzzles.
Oh, what you're... Okay. What you're
Yeah.
linking, the wood stuff. Okay.
Sorry, I'll stop.
Why?
Yeah.
I just didn't know what you were talking about at the moment.
I pet the Kurai.
Freya's gonna have to go sleepy by soon.
That's boring.
Yeah, work is boring. But it pays the bills.
Yeah, work is stinky like that.
Hmm.
Yawny. A yawny cutie. This game is way too good for just vibing and chilling and relaxing.
Hmm. I will agree with that.
That's pretty neat.
Oh, that's what I'm supposed to do. Okay. Now the handle goes on. Put those in. Apparently I want not that one. This one. And I want to head pat the Rex. Pet, 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 pet. Listen to that cute raptor wagging away. Love you, Rex.
I might stay up until the food delivery that comes today arrives, and then once the food deliveries arrive, I'll probably.
How far away is that?
Could be within the next 20 minutes. Could be within the next hour.
Well, I suppose you
But-
should probably be staying up for the food delivery.
Oh, it's like a big box of meals that they put on our doorstep. So yes, I guess I should because people might steal it.
Yeah.
And they, oh wait, never mind. It's already coming. My housemate picked it up and he just didn't tell me.
Oh,
Okay.
then yeah, get some sleep.
I feel cucked.
Why?
Because I was like, oh, you know, I'll give myself 20 more. Oh.
You're precious.
He really is. Alright, let's get this. Put it in.
It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. I still have to sort out the meals and put them in the freezer.
I'm sure your roommate already did that.
No, he didn't. He just puts it on the counter and leaves.
Oh.
Please, you're expecting the man children I live with to do something?
I suppose that's fair. Mama
What's funny
Kura's
is-
gotta go to work.
What's funny is I'm the youngest. They're like 5, 6 years older than me, and I have to look after them. At least they no longer can use the excuse of, well, we work and you don't. Because I can be like, bitch, please. Wop wop.
Get this all shambled.
I don't know why, but I feel like the most relatable noise ever to exist is the wah 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 wah.
Where did that come from?
The random recesses of my mind.
To me, the most relatable noise is that is
That's a fish.
maybe.
Yeah, we're not trying to relate to Mala here.
Maybe.
Gawoo!
Agiru.
Hope you're doing well, Garu.
Oh, go.
Alright, now I got a discount on cabinets.
Okay. So I don't think today's meals are planned. Oh no.
What do you mean?
Well, I think we must have reached the end of our orders where we have like told them what we want. So now they've just sent us a bunch of random meals.
Oh. Well, hopefully they're at least decent options.
Eh, to
That
be
doesn't
honest,
sound
they're
promising.
okay. Well, I like some of their options. The problem is that usually they default to the smaller sizes, and we usually tend to order the larger sizes.
Ah. Also, Guru, come join voice.
I think Guru's coming to drag me off voice.
So?
Why is Gip Gap meowing?
I think Gib Gab is wanting Guru to join voice too.
Oh.
I just won't comment on anything. That's easy.
Oh, I'm really done.
You what?
Nearly done.
Oh.
I just have to move the 20 bags of mozzarella cheese sticks and nacho triangles.
I wish I could eat those for you. Then you wouldn't have to deal with them.
No! They're mine!
A new subscriber.
Hi, Guru.
Come, steal yourself.
Hi.
We are building
Good
an
to see you.
army.
Yeah, I wish I could have been here more.
Subscribed for 12 months. Razim shout, Razim shout, Razim shout.
Samsung, thank you so much for that resub. And your 1 year of support.
Oh, I forgot I had jalapeno poppers buried under here.
Jalapenos. Jalapeno.
Is this
Jalapenos.
IKEA simulator? Oh yes, I call them jalapenos.
Oh,
Frappuccino.
and spring rolls. These are probably heckin' bad.
Oh, did you get them last spring?
No, but they're at the bottom of the freezer, and I think they're covered in freezer burn. No, actually, they're probably fine.
They're sealed in a package, so they won't get freezer burnt.
I mean, sort of.
Hey
The
there,
package is
Riley.
open. Oh no, they're freezer burn.
Yeah, no.
They've been open in the freezer for about a year.
Yeah, no. But it was last spring roll. This
I mean-
really is IKEA simulator.
Essentially. It gets me a discount on the variety of item in the game.
Oh, okay, so you don't have to do it for every house you work on.
Correct. It's only 1 time per variety of item. And then I get a permanent
Super.
discount.
To be honest, I'd still like to assemble it from time to time, but yeah.
Does doing it perfectly give you a better discount?
Not that I'm aware of. As far as I'm aware, you just need to have perfect assembly, period, or else you don't get the discount. Well, it's not perfect. It doesn't have to be perfect. It just has to be at least good.
It's pass fail.
Yeah.
Ah. Probably makes your profit margins a lot higher if you do that, though.
I mean, it's a 2% for the basic stuff and 4% for these ones, so not a huge change, but it does add up.
Yeah. They have to be careful because, you know, the profit margins for house flipping is pretty high. I love how clean all these houses are. There's not like mold and mildew in the walls.
There is in some of them.
There is in
Oh,
most
lovely.
of them. This is just, I think this is my basement?
Oh, nice basement.
I don't actually know, though, because, like, the rest of the house is garbage, but, I have no idea where I am. I just, go into my phone and suddenly I am in this basement somewhere, and yeah.
So they just kidnap you to make IKEA stuff. Lovely.
Something along those lines.
Oh, sorry about the noise. I mean, at least as long as no one's lowering down moisturizer in a bucket and telling you to rub the lotion on the skin, I think you're fine.
Hannibal reference.
They're just lowering down like hammers and nails and telling you to, you know, put together the chair.
Well, in this case, it's cabinets, but yeah.
Oh, they'll make you do a chair eventually, I'm sure.
Probably. And it'll probably be GipGap's fault, let's be real.
Mm-hmm.
Well, GipGap
Can
will probably
confirm.
be how you end up getting trapped in the infinite IKEA.
What are you doing? I'm helping. You've got a screwdriver. Go build some cabinets.
No, GipGap's gonna get us all trapped in Gerald's.
Oh,
Or
fair enough.
Sammy is.
Sammy's trapped in Gerald's?
Huh?
Who's trapped in Gerald's?
You are
You
going
will
to
be.
get the agents all trapped in Gerald's.
Of course
So-
not. I would never.
So is Gerald's like... I thought that was a Wilds Traditions place.
Gerald's is across every multiverse, every
Okay,
universe.
that I wasn't... I guess I think I might have heard something about that.
It originally
It's like-
wasn't, but then it became a meme on the channel, so now it is everywhere.
Okay.
Like, I will
kinda like
absolutely be adding it
Wonder
to
Meal.
the, I will be adding it to this Scar doc. 100%.
All
What
I'm
would that
saying
be?
is, just remember, Gerald's always was, always is, and always will be.
Probably just like a reference, or will it actually be like a way of people buying stuff?
Yes.
Geralt is a way of people buying stuff?
Well, I believe they sell things at Gerald's, otherwise what's the point?
It is a store.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, don't they make airships
go.
there too?
Yep. With a J there, Riley.
I wish that airplanes in the night sky were shooting stars. I could really use a wish right now. Wish right now.
Pep
Wish
Pep the
right
Raptor.
now.
Rex.
Scritch
my God, I'm
behind
so
the
happy.
raptor ears.
I've just processed that I have the next 2 days off,
Wow.
and then the weekend.
Puppy
I'm so
ears.
happy.
But you know.
There's a lot of
Days
people
off.
talking at once. I think I hear them talking to me.
I was scritching the back of your head.
Gave you pat
I
pats.
thought you said something about ears, so I was really confused.
Yes, yes. I you know, puppy idea thing. And then I remembered, right, raptor doesn't have ears. But you're still getting scritches back there.
Ah, well, thank you.
They have ear holes.
Yes, this was very similar to kobolds. It's like, oh, they technically have ear frills, but
Well, that depends on the cobalt.
kobold.
There's
Yeah, there
a
are floopy
lot of different lore with those. I'm not talking about the, I'm not talking about the floofy ones. I'm just talking about in general.
They could also be aquatic ones.
Usually the reptilian ones tend to not have ears, but do I guess.
The important thing is that I can hear.
Yeah,
I mean,
can
you'd
hear
still
that
have
you're
ears.
My good
You'd
boy.
still have ears. You just wouldn't have earlobes.
Whoa. You just jumped, the resolution on your avatar just jumped, and you got a hat.
Huh?
I decided to wear a hat.
Oh. He switched.
Tried to make this. It's the La Milano one. Just thought I'd fit the
Oh, you
motif
played-
of everybody else.
Oh, did you play through all Lon Milanas?
No, just like a lot. I still need to finish it.
I don't
The
think
first
he
or the
slept
second? Oh.
within the woman yet.
I have not done that yet.
So, La Mulana remake or the original?
Remake.
Okay,
Okay.
that's fair. Better on the eyes, although they do make things easier in the remake.
Yeah,
Some of the puzzles.
I was.
Yes,
the quality of life was a
easier.
bit better.
Oh, they did. Oh, they totally nerfed one of the puzzles. I was very disappointed when I saw someone let's play the remake. It's still good though because the graphics are amazing. You can actually see what it's supposed to look like.
I think easier is definitely a correct statement. Easy is an incorrect statement.
Correct,
It is
correct.
easier than the
Correct.
really
Oh,
really hard original.
The
Now
the
it's just
original
really hard.
the original would flat out troll you. If you didn't have everything, you would have no idea, and it would just flat out troll you, and you'd have no idea why things aren't doing what you were expecting, which was awesome to watch, but yeah, probably not a quality experience.
Oh, good
Okay,
night,
I'm heading
Kuroi.
off to bed now. I was trying to get a word in for a bit to say goodnight. I'm just gonna go.
Kuroi, before you go,
Mm.
you're wonderful. You're cool.
Mm.
You're adorable. You're a massive dork. I hope you have sweet dreams. Get positivity, nerd.
Happy kitty noises.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go say goodnight to Kurai. Take care.
Oh, bye forever.
Yeah.
Hi.
What do I do with my life?
Yeah, try to enjoy it as best you can. Go eat some
Have
good food.
free time. What am I gonna do in the next 2 days?
Study up on Scar.
What am I gonna study up on?
Have you read the whole book?
Sort of.
Sort of?
I mean, I've read through most of it probably. Just gonna have to read through more of it, but it's like, for what purpose, you know?
To utilize for the AOR campaign?
Well, I was gonna read through the weapons at some point. I want to make a weapon. Giving Sammy a gun sounds like a great idea. Doesn't it?
No.
Why not? I mean, worst comes to worst, Cashel can just teach Sammy trigger discipline.
Before or after he's shot?
That's the real question. See, now you're thinking like Sammy.
I swear the party is going to get him killed. And it will probably be him sacrificing himself so one of you is safe. Or all.
Nah. We've got Hire to protect us.
What?
Yeah.
How?
Well, you know, like you said, he's a min-max character.
We
He'll
have
win.
fixed that.
Oh, nice. Pog.
Though if he
That would
had
be-
stuck with that, he, dang it. I missed out on the 3 stars. Well, he seemed to have lost a Conrad.
Maybe. Go
Oh,
find him.
this reset on me.
Go find him. Venezuela's only like larger than Texas.
Well, I'm gonna have to do this one again because I was slightly... Wait. I still got the 4% discount?
Good enough? Question mark?
I mean, yeah.
Arrgh. You know what's annoying?
Sure, Riley. I guess we could talk about your campaign ideas.
Before anything, you know what's mildly annoying? I hate it when a music theme gets stuck in your head and it just keeps replaying on loop over and over. I was taking an exam earlier, my final exam, and I just kept looping the same like little bit of music over and over. And I'm like, can you shut up, brain? I need to focus on the exam, please. But no. Dark Tide's Immortal Imperium theme is stuck in my head.
I just realized that I was like a gator with his mouth open for no reason for a while.
I noticed that as well. Hey Riley, if you're gonna ask to join voice, please actually be in the waiting room when you ask.
There are rules to be read. Remember to read the voice chat rules.
Looks like they're there now.
Is this thing on?
Yes, we can hear you.
Just wanted to be sure. Yes, just wanted to be sure this is working. It should be good.
You are
So,
very
yeah.
echoey. It sounds like you are in a very
Oh yeah,
large room.
change me. Let me fix. Okay, I have no idea how that's the problem with that. That's weird. One moment.
We've all been
Did I
there.
sound echoey? That's weird. Anyways. So yes, my campaign idea. So I technically have session 1 set up. However, I have this was for everything else on there. I written it down. So yeah. Okay.
What?
So sorry. Let me rephrase that. I have a few ideas for the campaign, and I kind of have session 1 set up. So yeah. Sorry. Do I sound a bit? Uh,
I mean, sound-wise, you're legible. Honestly, I'm just struggling a little with your accent.
Yeah, the
Yeah,
accent
my
is a
apologies.
difficulty.
I mean, you're
My
fine.
apologies.
It's also
Understood.
just
My
like,
apologies. Just yeah, my use apologies because it's hard to understand sometimes. So I gotta be a lot more careful with my words and how I speak.
Yes.
So as I was saying, I have session 1 set up. However, it also depends on how session 0 goes, and yeah, I need to figure out how I would get a party, but I guess I might figure later on.
Uh, what was that?
My apologies. My apologies.
are
As
you
I was
sure?
saying, is
What
that
if I want to pick the apologies? What if I want them to be mine, huh? Are we gonna fight over the apologies?
uh
I'll fight
I
you
don't
for the
know.
apologies.
I asked I did not do that.
I saw action movies and now I want to fight things. I blame Kurai.
Oh, fair. That's fair. Okay, so as I'm trying to figure out how to word this properly. So as I was saying, I just need to figure out a way to get a party, but I guess that's something I have to plan later on as a right campaign, I guess.
I mean, generally, you gotta have a idea for the campaign first, yeah.
Yeah, because yes, the ideas. One moment. Oh, the ideas could include, well, I guess to start with the general theme of the campaign, because all fair, like I could make it a PMD&D campaign, but I don't know. I mean, there's something special about this new system and all. If that makes sense.
I mean, it's also a
But
system
yes,
tailor-made for playing as a Pokemon.
that's true. That's true.
Like, yeah, you
Okay.
could use a, you could use D&D, but the problem with trying to
Yeah.
use D&D for Pokemon is it doesn't feel quite right because it is not made for Pokemon. You can
That's
finagle
fair.
it a bit, but still.
Honestly, D&D doesn't feel right for D&D.
Well, yeah, there is
That's
that
fine.
too.
So, quick side note, but isn't it kind of weird, like, I'm sometimes noticing recently how a lot of clothing terms get used as, like, just descriptors. Like, I didn't process seamless originating from clothing, but, like, yeah, that's where it originates from. And now you said tailor-made, and I'm like, oh, that's also a clothing thing. Huh, I
I
never thought
see.
about that. What is it with clothing, like, sayings?
No clue.
It's kind of weird.
But yeah. By the way, in case you wonder why your voice sounds a bit slurred today, I cannot sleep yet. I don't yet. I feel tired. I don't know what's going on with me. It's very strange. Yeah. So yeah.
Being unable to sleep. You're in the club. Let's go.
It sucks, but what are you gonna do about it? I mean, no, there's plenty I could do about it. Like, you know, take medicine, drink tea, something like that. I don't know.
I drank some coffee the other day and I zonked to sleep super hard.
I see. And then trust me, I'm not drunk. I don't know why you say that, but trust me, I'm not. Trust me, I've not drank anything these past couple hours. That's not really my case, is it?
Real quick, I'm been on a long day. I'm gonna go and run off and get a shower. But if you're still going, I'll pop back in the voice.
Alright, see you then.
Good shower.
See ya.
Unstinkify.
So, anyways,
I suppose like the core question is just like, all right, so what's your idea for the campaign? What's the overall broad, not just like setting, but
Okay.
what's the broad like core behind the idea? What's the core thematics, core the heart to the campaign?
okay, so basically, what I'm trying to do with this campaign is that I saw it'll take place in the PMD world, obviously. However, I want to be sort of like a what's the word? A globe-trotting adventure to stop a massive conspiracy, or look at it as a conspiracy, but to stop a massive crime thing from happening that can affect the world. You know, something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So, and so you know, of course, I have ideas where I have ideas where the theme travels across the PvP world to stop this strange threat.
Are you writing
And
this
yeah.
down as we're talking?
Yeah, I work better when I write down when I'm talking. But if I should later on, then let me know.
Just,
I think the assumption was just that you already had like a lot of this written and would be reading it out.
yeah.
Oh, yeah, because you know that makes sense. Because with all the other projects I'm working on, I should really focus on one thing. This could be a good idea. So yeah.
But okay, so you've got the idea for just the general globetrotting campaign, stop a mystery threat. That's like pretty
Yes,
broad overview.
basically.
And what do you want to like bring out in your campaign? What do you want to be main thematics in terms of
The main thematics. Well, you know, I mean, I've had a few ideas, you know, like this is a really dumb example, you know, Mission Possible Dead Reckoning, like, you know, where this new threat is basically an unknown entity that might put a team against each other. So you know, the theme would be trust betrayal.
For your first campaign, definitely do not put your team against each other.
Yeah, well, that's true. Still, I mean,
Under no circumstances. That is something that I personally would not run.
That's fair.
yeah, but you're also
Okay,
such a sweetheart
well.
storyteller. You wouldn't want to hurt your players. You wouldn't want them to
That's
hurt
fair.
each other, right, Zoo?
Actually, new idea actually, where the team actually, where you know, the team sort of becomes rogue
Okay,
and
why
you know,
can
yeah.
I not
What?
do a custom
Oh.
size window?
Do you have to delete that window first?
No, like they have very particular sizes of windows, and I am wanting one that is 4 wide and ideally 4 tall. They don't have any. I can't just put in a window of the size that I want.
Is
Dang.
this a possibility? Do you have to do it from outside, maybe?
I don't think it's just that the size of window that I want does not exist.
That's cringe.
Yeah.
I just offered as a possibility because yeah, it's kind of weird. Especially like a 4x4. That sounds pretty regular sized.
Yeah, the smallest of this variety is 5x6. 5x6 here. There's a 4x6 here, but that would be too tall.
Hmm.
They don't have. They got a 5x5.
But not a 4x4.
They have 4x4 triangle windows.
Do it with a triangle window. Bet. Triangle windows are in vogue, you know.
No.
It's so tiny. Yeah, but like put the bricks on the bottom, you know? And then it looks like the tiniest cramped window you've ever made.
Yeah, ideas coming out for this. Okay, I got ideas. I'll keep writing for now while you two keep going, if you don't mind.
You'll do what?
Sorry, I'll keep going, writing the ideas down while you two keep talking if you want, because you know, I have ideas.
Okay.
Yes.
I feel like you've been fighting the window more than anything. It's the final boss.
Yes. Yes, it is.
Goodness. Well, then, maybe you should place your eyes instead of the window, because as we know, it'll be the window to your soul. But they say gingers have no soul, so it'll just be a window.
On moths.
What? Isn't that a brilliant idea?
Not sure that's the term I would use.
Wait, hold up. You might be cooking with that, actually. If you can just place a weird window to, like, eat away at part of the wall, why not just, like, shape the wall on the kitchen that you want to place your window on?
It's just that I want that is the space that I want filled. It's not a matter of trying to put it in with the space available or anything. It's just that is the space I want.
I don't know, I meant, like, because I just saw you place the window and, like, deleted a part of the wall, so you can just, like, do the same with the other one and make the hole bigger.
I can do that already. I can just destroy a portion of the wall, but that won't solve the problem.
Darn. What if you just eat the window? Also, watching Conrad make a tail is fascinating. Like, oh, look at this round drop, and then it just starts becoming more tail-like every time I look. And it's like, ooh. The tailing.
I guess the sink just does not get a window.
God, I want pizza. I mean, you know, maybe maybe the sink doesn't deserve a window.
Yeah.
After all, you either window in the sink or sink in the window.
Oh, a better idea. I'll do that. That'll work.
What was that?
That
oh, right,
was a
okay.
duck.
Ducky.
Yeah, I missed that.
Ducky go.
Hi, Lightning. How are ya?
Oh yeah, fun development by the way. We we finally got to like step 1. My coworker finally asked if I was a furry.
Oh.
It just okay. Basically, you know when you have like a bad idea, but it's an idea and you're like, maybe I should do it.
Oh no.
I showed him like art, like one of your arts, just like a normal like sewing art. And it's like, oh yeah, that looks very pretty. So I showed him a couple of like images and it's like, oh yeah, those are very pretty. Just furry art. And then I was like, I sat there looking at him and I went like, what about something spicy? Of course, I wasn't processing that like spicy to normal people means like edgy. And I showed him something from the NSFW channel. And on one hand, he was like, wow, that's hot. But on the other, it then like was like, huh. And then eventually he just asked if I was a furry. I'm like, yeah. I don't think I ever made an attempt to hide it. I did show him that one picture I really liked of you kissing Raijin.
Oh, that one.
Yeah, I showed him that one. And then I told him that that's the player, like the one of the pre-players, the player that plays Cashel. And he was like, so you know. You're welcome.
Fair enough.
On the plus side, he just seemed receptive to the idea of furry. I think he realized that I was asking him questions about like what his persona would be like, because he'd said something along those lines, and I'm like, oh my god, finally. He put 2 and 2 together. But you know. Also, I got a pride flag at work. They gave us free pizza.
Nice.
Now I have a Peruvian flag and a pride flag at work.
That's nice.
It's like the 5th flag I have, and I will keep adding more to my collection. I will have every single flag. Also, today I simultaneously had one of those moments of like, I hate this job, I hate working with people, I hate people. And also, I really love this job, and I would not like trade this part of the job for anything.
What kind of moment warranted that?
It was 3 different moments that each elicited a very different reaction. You know when someone is the common link across multiple problems that are occurring, and you kind of sit there like, it's kind of a coincidence that all these problems are happening, but also like there is one person that is related to all of these problems. You know what I mean?
Somewhat.
Basically, we had some new users, and
That's
I
cute.
activated.
И куда ты залез?
Hey, Martin,
Куда
the
залез?
Super Martin.
Вылазь.
But we had some new users and I activated our accounts incredibly quickly. I like speed ran that, and I was super happy with it. And lo and behold, like a few hours later, it's like, hey, they're trying to sign into their email, but it doesn't work. One of them is having issues with the authenticator. One of them is having issues and the account is locked. And so I sent a reply like, hey, have this person restart their device, because I knew that person was probably just entering the wrong password. I could see like they were entering the wrong password. And on the other hand, the person's having issues with the authenticator, so I send them instructions on how to like set it up. Okay. They didn't really reply. And like a little while later, they just came downstairs and were like, look, you have to help these people. They're having issues. And I just had to sit there and explain that like, hey, I can't really do much for them right now because I can't like directly help them. I can't remote into their computer and help them or anything. They don't have devices that I can do that with. But here, I'll show you. Look, his account is unlocked. Her authenticator is not set up. I literally cannot do anything except tell them what I already told you to do. If you want to try these next steps, it would not change anything, but you can do this and request this, and I can do that. But just have them call me and they should be able to, because I'm pretty sure I can handle it. But she was coming with that attitude of like, you're not doing anything, come on, you gotta help us. And I'm sitting here like, I already did everything I could. I'm sitting talking on my phone because like, here, look, the account is not locked. You're saying it's locked, but not locked, not locked, not locked, not locked. This is not locked. I can't unlock it even if I want to. Authenticator, yeah, it's not set up. Like, I can't set it up for her. She has to set it up. I'm sorry. Lo and behold, I got a call from both users. And within 5 minutes on each call, I was able to resolve their issues. One of them was just entering a bad password, and the other one just didn't know how to set up the authenticator. We had it reset just for the sake of it, and she set it up. And I was just sitting here like, they were surprisingly competent. Like they were able to follow through on my instructions really easily. They seemed to kind of know what they were doing most of the time. They probably just encountered some weird hitch, but that's fine. It's just really strange that when this other person stopped helping them and they let me help them, everything worked out suddenly. You can't imagine what the problem must have been there.
Good old Pebcac.
Yeah. Or in this case, the problem exists between user and user. It was one of those like, it didn't make me hate everything or everyone, but it was one of those like, yeah, you can just hear the difference or see the difference between what she was asking and then when I was able to help them out, in just like, not necessarily the quality, but like the handling of the user. Because I there are certain things that I got taught to like do, to ask things in certain ways in order to get the most honest answer from a user, and she really wasn't doing that. Not that it's necessarily her fault, she probably wasn't trained in it, but it's the very reason why I don't ask someone, hey, did you do this? I ask them, what did you do? I don't need them to confirm what they did. I need to figure out what they did. And if I ask them to confirm, you know what I'm gonna get?
Oh, we definitely already did that.
How do you mean?
Oh, I would say that's their response.
Yeah, literally every time. But it's in those little details. You can see in like how they try to help someone. It's just a little different. the one that made me want to like implode. Okay, so Outlook has this thing where, depending on the different resolutions in Windows, you will get different parts of the menu that look different, which is not unique to Outlook, but there's a small disadvantage. You know how people like to do things a certain way, and at some point they just don't want to change it no matter what?
Yes.
So, I get a call from someone who not even as an insult, like genuinely, probably a boomer. Unironically, dead serious. Not as an insult. Genuine descriptor. Probably a boomer. Sounded old. And basically the problem was, help, my insert button on Outlook disappeared. Huh? What? Okay. Immediately, I'm just like, let me remote into the computer. I need to see what they're asking for because I have no clue. I'm trying to have them show me what they normally do with their email, right? Because if they show me what they normally do, I can at least try to figure it out. But it's like, yeah, so there's two problems. When I reply or forward an email, I need to put in my signature. And without the insert button, I can't put my signature. And I'm like, okay. I use the classic ribbon instead of the minimized one because that displays words. And I show him, so there's this button called attach when you're writing a reply or forward. If you click attach, you'll see that there's an option to attach a signature. You can just attach your signature. Yeah, but what if I need to insert files? So the attach button also has attach files. If you click attach, there's attach files. Yeah, but what about, there's attach too. There's a third option. Yeah, but I want the insert button. It's quicker for me. Okay. What do you mean? Well, it's just that I need to put my signature on every email, and like I just use the insert button for that. Oh, if you want, I can set your signature to be automatically put on every forward and every reply. Look, I quickly go and do it, and he's like, no, I don't like that. I want to insert it. Okay. Well, this is already annoying.
Yeah, those kinds of situations are great.
So the insert button only appeared because basically, to keep it short, when he was creating new emails, it would pop up a new window with the email because that's the way he had it set up. And when you pop out the window fully and maximize it on the screen, then it would display a little insert tab where he would use the button attach to then attach his signatures because there's just like an include attach signature button immediately. So instead of doing, I don't know, automatically including a signature on every email and using the include button that's right there, the attach button that was right there, no, he, and I kid you not, he apparently just kind of forgot that he did it because he couldn't recreate how he normally did emails, but we just figured out the 5-step process where he has to click reply all or forward the email. Then he has to pop out the email into a new window. Then he maximizes the window. Then he clicks insert, and then he can include his signature. As opposed to clicking reply all or forward, moving the mouse up, clicking attach signature.
I see.
My man's wanted a manual to a nuclear power plant instead of just a 2-step process. I don't get it. And he was like, why do you change things? I mean, this happened like 30 minutes ago. I didn't do anything. You guys must have updated something. You guys must have changed something, yada yada. And I'm like, man, look, this interface has probably looked the same way since I was born. I don't know what you want from me.
Yeah.
But basically, it was just that. He just really wanted his insert button, and he found it, and he was happy. And I'm like, okay. I wrote a very long note on the ticket where it's like, a user was shown like 3 different ways to do it, but user discovered yada yada, and I included the whole 5-step process that he follows written down in painstaking detail so that if he ever forgets, I can just copy paste it and send it to him. And he can always just check that ticket, and I made the note public so he could see it. And I'm sitting here like, why? Why do I do this? Because one of the things I love to do is to show people cool new things. Like the other day, someone came into the office looking for help with an Adobe document, and I showed her that if you press the middle mouse button and you hold it down, and you move your mouse down, you can actually scroll really quickly through a PDF. And it's the nice thing where, like, using the scroll bar, you lose a lot of precision when you're just yeeting the scroll bar up and down. And if you're gonna scroll wheel all the way, you're gonna get, like, your finger's gonna die before you die. Before your mouse dies, probably. Because it's like an 1100 page document, and she's scrolling like 3 times per page. Because she also didn't know how to zoom out. And it's like, hey, so if you hold control and use this, you can actually zoom in and out. And if you zoom out just enough, every time you scroll up and down, it'll do 1 page. You can do multiple pages per scroll even. And she's like, wow, that's really cool. I didn't know that. And then when I went to browse the document to find something, I just pressed middle mouse button and moved it down. She was like, whoa, how do you do that? That sounds really cool. Or that looks really cool. And it's like, I showed her, and she was like, wow, that's cool. She came twice to ask for help with Adobe, and both times I was able to help her out and show her like something new about Adobe. And it's the kind of thing that I really like, because it's like I made someone's life easier. This person will probably remember this because they're actually asking me like, hey, how did you do that? I want to know how to do that. They're probably actually going to use it. And the fact that I can make someone's life and job a little bit easier and a little bit nicer makes me very happy, because it's like, oh, it's just a little thing.
Welcome back, Rex.
Hi, Rex. Welcome back.
Yeah, what'd I miss? Is everybody hydrated? If you're
Welcome
hydrated,
back.
hydrated.
Actually, I can
Yeah, I'm
Water,
hydrated.
sir.
need water.
Good. What'd you say about water?
I could use some water.
Oh, you don't have any water? Alright. All elemental Rex to the rescue. Skew.
I mean, if you're a Squirtle, you can always just like water. Or a Totodile. And yeah, like, so the old guy incident ruffled my feathers, because I was already like, why do I help people? Why do I bother? I try to teach people to do new things, but no, they want to do things the hard way. They don't want to listen to me. I give them advice, I give them as much helpfulness as I can, and they're like, yeah, but I want to do things my way, and I don't like you, and also I'm gonna tell your supervisor if you can help me, and also this is your fault. Stop changing the things. Oh, never mind, it wasn't your fault. Well, anyway, thank you, bye. Oh, fine. I hope your coffee's cold tomorrow, I guess. But then, like, later in the day, I had one of those, like, aw. Some people really are just having a bad day, and they really just need a little helping hand. Because I had a guy who had been unable to log into work all day, and for some reason, he didn't call us. He was also a bit on the older side, it was very clear. It actually twice happened today. Earlier on, had an older guy, he had very big difficulties hearing me, but I just had him explain the problem. And he looked like he was sitting down ready to like long haul this, like he was expecting to be here a while. Click, 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 click. Okay, log in. Logs in. Oh, that's it? Okay. Thank you. He picked up and left, and I had one of those like, I love those. It's so fun when they think it's gonna be a problem and it's like 2 clicks.
Yeah, those kinds of situations are great.
Yeah. And I had a guy call because he was like, hey, will you be there in 20 minutes? I'm like, yeah, I'm here until this time. Cool. And it was the kind of thing where, like, I was pretty sure I knew what the problem was. And it was going to be one of 2 things. It was going to be one where either he'd have to come to the office, or it was one that I could solve on the spot, but he already really wanted to come into the office to ask for help. So my guess is that, as he explained later, he had been very frustrated, he'd been trying all day, and he finally decided to contact us, but we were really close to leaving, so he just wanted to run there in case it was something he needed to be in person to resolve. That way, like, we wouldn't spend 10-15 minutes on the phone trying to resolve it, and then it turns out he has to come anyway, and then it's too late because I've already left, yada yada. And I was like, hey, look, it's fine. I can stay a little over if you want. Don't worry, I can stay here 10-15 minutes. Just take your time. He ran, like, he basically drove to the office, like, as fast as he could, I'm pretty sure. Because he got there, pulled up the computer, he forgot the charger, so I plugged in my phone's charger just to give it what little juice I could, because I'm like, okay, if this is going to be for the long haul, it's going to be a problem, but so I'm going to have to speedrun this. Can you describe your problem? He opens the computer, and it shows that the computer's locked out. Did you change your password recently? Nope. I mean, it just started this morning, and I couldn't unlock it. Okay. I looked at my computer, I typed his name into a thing, I unlocked the account. Try again. He logged in immediately and he looked at me like, really? That was it? And we had a very nice chat over it. I basically got to explain, like, if he has that issue again, he can just call us, and most of the time we'll be able to resolve it. It's only a very occasionally that it'll be like a more annoying problem, and we'll probably let him know immediately, because we've gotten pretty good at troubleshooting that because it happens frequent enough when people work remotely. So I was like, oh, okay,
Hi again,
cool,
Kid
and he
Roy.
just went on. Hi, Cry. But yeah, it makes me smile, this kind of things, and also like today I had a girl call in and I felt so bad for her because she sounded like she was about to cry. She sounded so nervous and so anxious, like you know when you can hear it in someone's voice that they're like worried, they're like anxious about something. I felt
Yeah?
yeah, like I felt bad because it sounded like she was on the verge of tears. And also, for the third time today, the problem was literally just she guessed the password wrong too many times and it locked her account. And I just was like, okay, can I have your name? Go ahead and try again. And like, I could hear the relief in her voice. It was genuinely like oh God, thank goodness. That's it? That's it, really? And I'm like, yeah, that's it. And I actually, like, for once in a million years, she was curious what we did. And I was able to show, like, no, so what we do.
What was that?
Oh, I was just coming to box your head. Keep going. I'm still writing.
Zen got tofu. Yeah, like I got to explain what we did, and it's one of those rare instances where you could see like someone actually listening, or like at least hear her actually listening, because she kept asking like some questions like, okay, so like if the account gets locked, what do you have to do? And I literally went like, I open this thing, I type in your name, I click on a check mark, and I click unlock account. And maybe if the account got locked in a different way, I just open a program, type in your name, and unlock these like these things, and that's it. And it was one of those like that's it. Like I thought, you would have to do more work, and it's like, no, I finished these calls in like a minute. I mean, I'm staying over to help explain. Don't worry about it. I'm happy to do so. But it's not really a big deal. If you have any more issues, just let us know. It's perfectly fine. And we had a little chat over it. She seemed so much more relieved, and I was like, yeah, I love this. It's so cool. I love actually getting to like not just like teach you a little bit about what I do, but also like get them to understand what the problem is as well. Because I guarantee you in the future, whenever she has that issue, she's not gonna worry because she knows you can just call us and boop, done, easy. And I love it. It makes me happy to know that like people actually get to understand what we do to some extent. And actually see us as a reliable source of help. That it's like, I have the issue, I can just call them because it's really that easy. It's great. I love it. I love the job. I love being able to do that for people. It makes me so happy. I am smiling because I'm still remembering the call, but like, it was unironically probably like the highlight of the whole day, getting to just calm someone down and seeing them come in like as a nervous mess. And then by the time they left, they're just like, oh yeah, it's perfect. I'll call you guys if anything. And I'm like, yes! Because this is someone who won't leave everything till the last minute until they're on the verge of tears before everything goes wrong. Now they're just gonna call us immediately again. Which, it might sound stupid, and I know it leads to me complaining that people have sometimes really stupid problems they call us with, but honestly, I'd just rather someone call us for a stupid problem than like at 5:50, 10 minutes before I leave, before we close at 6 p.m., they're like, hey, this isn't working, please help, I've tried everything already. Like, no, just call us. Be the first, do the first thing you do. Just call us, send us an email, it's fine, we're here for this. I mean, don't call me if like your computer ran out of battery and you don't know what to do. The first thing you should do before you call me is get a brain. But like, yeah, if you forgot your password, call us. It's fine, we can help.
Yeah, I can relate to that. Was some of the best things working at a GameStop whenever I wasn't dealing with the corporate marketing crap and was more just helping people with small stuff and suggesting people games that they may like when they didn't really know what to get. I saved many a kids that would have gotten really shitty bargain bin games and actually got them some fun ones, and heard about it later that they enjoyed it and got the sequels.
Recommend a game right now. Gimme.
Oh, recommend a game right now. What kind of game do you like?
Yes, not just I want a game. I want to play a video game. One of the video games.
Nothing you're in the mood for? I can have an idea. So
Okay, give
lot of
them.
games out there.
Rex does have recommendations for you.
I mean,
on a filter.
Maybe, but I am
We'll go
curious.
ham if you do not put a filter on me. You're making a mistake.
Yeah, don't put a filter. I am John Video Game. Recommend me a video game.
All right, you should play this one thing I just found called Neon Junk City. It looks like something from LucasArts that's a point-and-click adventure game. Lots of bad ends, and it's very, very like radical, like 90s. Looks really, really
I
cool.
see.
If you want to do a rhythm game, Ratatan, that's from the people who made Patapon. You can do a multiplayer.
Oh.
It's roguelike, and it's very much... You ever heard about that one? It was on PSP?
One of my friends recommended me Ratatan ages ago. They actually backed the Kickstarter because they really like Patapon, and they were like, I really want to play Ratatan. And I did it actually release already?
Oh yeah, it's already out. I played it because Trevor told me about it. We actually did a whole run and I actually won. It wasn't too bad. He played it before and he didn't know how to actually understand it, and he couldn't actually get into it. But his friend, our friend actually, Kitsuna, basically showed him what it was about, and we both did a run together. And it actually plays really good co-op. Really good co-op. It was really fun. Lots of like 4 different characters, and you'd be surprised. I was going into it kind of blind because I never got into the PSP ones, but literally the rhythm game mechanic of going, basically going pada pada pada, and you attack or going like pada pause pada, and they basically block in a fight when you're fighting a giant monster. Kind of vibes. You could be surprised. It's basically doing a Monster Hunter fight where you got to have an army and like tell them when to not be stupid and block or do a jump to block to stop getting killed all at once. Kind of like Pikmin almost. But yeah, it's really cool. You can play it co-op. It's really tight.
Wait, Pikmin's
That's
actually
cool.
a game?
I could keep going, but I think we found a good one. You should try it. The demo is still available right now. It's actually a pretty meaty demo to try. See if you actually like it.
What even is
Ratatan.
Pikmin?
You don't know what Pikmin is?
I thought it was just a character in
I
Smash.
don't know what Pikmin is. What?
It is a really neat
Oh.
game that was on Nintendo. That literally is you get to I don't even know how to begin. It's simply put, it's a really cool game that you actually get to
Yeah.
control little alien dudes and control them like almost like lemmings, except like it's in 3D. You get to throw them, and you're basically going around this world,
Yes.
this planet where you're pretty much trapped there. You have a spaceship that is not working, but the cool thing is you're going around and you're slowly finding more and more of these like ant-like pigments that have different colors and different things you can do. Some of them are like really are different colors. They can go in the water. Some drown in the water. Some of them are heavy, and you basically treat them like a group of ants that you control, because you can like chunk them at like predators, and they all work together to beat them, or they can get killed by them. But you're basically the leader of a group of little cute ant-like aliens that you're going around picking up like these giant versions of like, I don't know, controllers and the different railroad items that will charge up your spaceship. So it's kind of cute. And you have to like get back to your ship before it's nightfall. Otherwise, it's dangerous. You could die. So it's kind of a time thing. It's almost like a little vibe. You're just trying to micromanage a bunch of these ants and, do it in a way where you're going back to base to go to sleep throughout like a couple of days.
Cool.
It's an interesting, unique game experience if you've never played Pikmin.
Yep.
They have like multiple of them.
Mm-hmm.
I'm pretty sure you just took the words out of my mouth, because you spoke pretty well. Very nice.
I'm surprised you never heard about it. It's one of those like unique experience type of games that you got. It's like it's its own kind of thing, I'd say.
Definitely.
Well, it's kind of like I said. Like I'd heard of it. It's just I just thought it was a character in Smash. That's it.
Well, man,
that's fair.
So was Ness. These from Earthbound, a really good RPG that people should try if you like RPGs.
Well, that I
Yep.
know.
Yeah.
And don't forget Pit 2, because if Killer Ghosts and all that. Yeah.
I could go on and on, by the way, but I think I'll pause here. I think one last thing I'll say, since you didn't filter me, is that one thing I'm excited about is this game called Whisper Mountain Outbreak, because it reminds me of Resident Evil Outbreak, a really old school horror game that did not really get to be played by many because it was on PlayStation 2 online, and that's what's kind of hard for people to get into, and me included. And this
I
is
see.
kind of like that. It literally is like that, like survival horror. You know, going around trying to solve puzzles, managing your inventory, fighting monsters like zombies, but also big monsters sometimes, and you know, you're working together to go through a haunted big mansion area or like a haunted hospital, and it's really neat. It's actually like plays like a twin stick shooter though, and I played it and it's really fun. 4 players, survival horror. You know,
I
I'd say give it a shot. Yeah.
Okay, this cabinet really does not want to close right. We're just
That
gonna leave it
sucks.
there.
So, anyways, yeah. So while you're talking, I have ideas. Yeah, because yeah. If you want me to share it is, I mean, I always shoot it if you want, but it's up to you guys.
Okay, where is your mic?
Oh, you want to put it close to me?
If you're
Put it
gonna
close to
talk,
me.
yes, please have it close.
Okay, give me one moment. Sorry about that.
For me, you're sounding pretty good. It's just when you get to the end of your sentences, you start to slur a bit. I would say just slow down a
Oh.
little bit because you're like just meshing your words together at the end. But you sound
Yeah,
good overall at
yeah.
the beginning.
Okay, so I want to be sure.
Yeah.
Yes, so yeah. I have ideas for this campaign. It's gonna be yeah, I have ideas.
Go for it.
So I'll just start from the top here. Of course, so in case so I
Good
know
night,
that
Roy.
skull campaigns are alright. So I know skull campaigns are structured like a play, right? Or whatever. That
Are-
you structure like for like
What?
the storyteller thing? Okay, let me explain. So at the beginning, so whenever I see skull campaigns at the beginning, I see that the storyteller sort of recaps the last session like a play thing or whatever, like stage play. I don't know.
Yeah, they recap to have everybody understand what happened last episode, so you can kind of jump in like episodic episodes, like in a TV show.
Yes.
Because
Yes, and that and so that's kind of what I want to go for with this campaign. I want to structure like it's like a TV show. If that makes sense. In narration.
Okay.
I'm not sure it'll work out, but it's an idea. Yeah. And then of course, so of course, that makes sense. Now, for more interesting stuff, I have ideas for the team that travels across between the world to stop a strange threat. We already established that. However, this new threat, I have an idea of. Sorry, go ahead.
I am
heard
having a horrible time trying to
Mine is-
understand you. I am so sorry, but
No worries. I should probably calm myself down in order to think of something in order to explain my words, if you don't mind.
yeah, you need to go a bit slower. Your accent makes it very
Okay.
hard to understand you.
Okay, so the other next thing is we already established this. However, I established the is that I want to see me travel across the Pokemon Dungeon world in order to stop a strange threat from happening, and that threat actually comes from a faction I created. Which is why I actually had the question on what would
It
sound good
comes
for a
from
secret
what?
event organization.
repeat the. It comes from what?
Sorry. It comes from it comes from a faction I created within this campaign.
A faction
Makes
you created,
sense.
okay.
Yes. That faction being Medusa. If what name's work in progress, but about Medusa. So of course, and so their motive is to make rescue teams, explorers, and other teams look bad by causing strange incidents that of course, destroys public trust or whatever. Yeah. And of course, it's been a point of contention for explorers as well, and so that is where another faction I made comes in, the detectives, where they are focused on operations that go cannot solve, such as murders and all that. Of course, of murders and stuff like that. Of course, being detectives, they work in the shadows unless in an event of a declassified operation. So intelligences basically. You guys got that right?
Yeah, I'm following. Are they like a kind of a team from Pokemon Mystery Dungeon, or just like a faction, like a guild?
An organization,
detectives.
basically.
Okay, and Medusa's like the evil organization, like Team Skull or
Yes. Not a team school, more like
something. Like a big one, like
I'll
Team
explain
Rocket.
this. Kind of. I was thinking more like a sort of like a Black Ops Special Operations kind of thing, like
Oh, the government. Like
yeah.
they're very government centric. Medusa, the FBI or something, but evil.
More like Spetsnaz or the KGB, but not that.
Huh.
Yeah.
Has there ever been an FBI in Pokemon World? Didn't think about that.
That's basically detectives in my setting, but yeah.
I have a question.
Yeah,
Have you written this
so-
all down somewhere yet?
Yes, I have. I couldn't read it off the document. I just read it off.
Okay, that helps a lot with structuring stuff before campaign.
Yeah. Yeah, and so of course, and fun fact about Medusa, or not sure fact, one of the plot point about Medusa is that they are being funded by a strange client from an unknown continent of a faraway place. Yeah, and that which spoiler alert is basically my continent, but they're not supposed to know that yet.
You kind of. I guess that's. Is this gonna be like a private campaign you're running with like friends locally? Or you plan on? I'm guessing. Hopefully not people that are gonna hear you're gonna spoil your whole story if you say too much about it.
Yeah, sure. I should probably be quiet about that, but yes, because these are just ideas anyway. Was.
I'm gonna be honest, if you are looking to run this in ZGF, I can't understand you enough for that.
What do you mean?
Your accent?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I mean...
Now, hopefully we can, you can train a bit,
remedy that.
get to something that we can understand, but,
Yeah. I should probably find somebody to help remedy this accent thing, or whatever.
I know there are
Yeah,
multiple options for speech therapy out there.
Yeah, but but of course, I wish plan for this to be on ZGF, but if I was fair, I used to find friends in real life to do this campaign, or my college. But yes, and then another idea I have is that a character 2 gets brainwashed and hallucinates a strange figure. That figure being a chameleon that wants revenge. And of course, and at some points, the figure shows up and tries to convince the team to go loud or go violent. It makes sense. And of course, and of course, the motive should be unknown. However, it should have something to do with Medusa. So yeah. And of course, yeah. And then of course there's Rita's guild, there's no one changes them. And however, for the sake of consistency, I plan to make chats out the primary commander for the first orc before they go more detective stuff. And then of course there's Chamiko and Krogunk, acts as the ordnance user that can call in items or reinforcements. Primarily items, if that makes sense. Or yeah. But of course, that will change as time goes on. and I'm not sure it's important, however. They go by TAC-ON by detectives, the role specifically. And then of course there's a graduate named Raichu that will assist the team in their endeavors and all that in case things go wrong. And yeah, I basically get this set up for this thing. I should basically get this set up for this thing. And of course, you know. Oh, one more idea I have is that the detective that the team was trusted was revealed to be a double agent, and ultimately makes them become fugitives. That makes sense. So yeah. But of course, those are all the ideas I have right now. And and you can sort of tell I'm kind of passionate about this idea, but I will find as time goes on if it makes sense. So yeah. Because do you have any questions or anything like that?
Well, honestly, no on my end. Cool that you're excited about a campaign storyline that you're planning for. I'd say just keep basically doing the world building, getting your ideas for what you're gonna do, having backup ideas, because if you're storytelling, most likely whoever you get is going to go all over the place with what you do, and just make some fun, areas for them to play around in. Also, question: What is your OG, language?
My original language, that's kind of hard to explain. However, I not learned how to speak until like 5 because being autistic and all that. Of course, I got speech therapy to help me learn to speak, and so yeah.
That's fair. Yeah, I'd say just
course,
honestly, just practice it out. It's one of those things where you just just learn it over time. I couldn't even read until I was in 2nd grade, and
I see.
I tried to learn. I was bouncing back and forth from trying to being forced to learn Spanish in a school system to being back at Texas. So yeah, I know it could be a pretty hard road trying to do that. And yeah, you're picking up a really heavy kind of narrator / role as a storyteller that requires a lot of communication, stuff like that. So that's a pretty fun challenge. I'd say honestly, just keep working on it, keep working on practicing that, and I think my suggestion, it would be good as practice to kind of just find a way to do an off-stream session and like get your ideas set and get just group friends that you vibe with and jump on Discord, just run it, just have fun with it.
Now that you mention it, there is a D&D club I have in my college, and so I could be a DM there and gain more experience doing that. So yeah.
Yeah, start using the Scar engine and get your ideas, and it'd be great for your campaign with Pokemon.
Yeah, and if you have any,
if
you have any questions while you're running it, we are available to answer.
Got it. Now we
how many actions do I get a turn?
You get 2 standard and a quick.
And the reaction.
Well, the reaction is technically not on your turn.
That's true.
Which is why I don't really count that when somebody asks me how many actions they get.
I'm gonna use my soul.
What are you playing, Delta?
A nice Guru.
Yes. I'm using determination this round. Rolls dice. Get out of here, Rex. That being said, that'd be kind of a fun campaign. Just do it in the world of Undertale or Deltarune.
I see. Meanwhile, sorry, go ahead.
No, I'm saying it's a random idea, not really serious, but I think that would be pretty fun.
Meanwhile, I had an idea for an Ori campaign, if you know what that is. Ori and the Blind Force, Ori and the Will of the Wisps.
Oh, the indie
Ah.
game Ori and the Blind Forest. That's
Yes,
neat.
I dive there for a spirit campaign or whatever. So that campaign involves a lot more world building, original world building in my original setting. So I decided to hold off for now and focus on this Pokemon campaign. If it makes sense.
That is my own personal tip from what I've seen. Correct me if I'm wrong, but if you're gonna do one for the first time, maybe don't do your own world. You're gonna add a lot more. I've heard
Yes.
people talk about this. If you make your own world, you're adding
Yes.
way more work for yourself when you're already trying to learn the basics of being a storyteller. So this is
Yeah.
nice to go easy on yourself and pick a world like Pokemon or something like indie game.
Yeah, of course, that's why I chose the PMD world. It fits with Pokemon Score and all that. So, yeah. And of course, I get to add a cool plot with it as well, which I rant about, but I need to keep working on it because yeah.
I am certain you'll get it.
Yeah. So of course, with with Medusa, I actually had this idea. Medusa and detectives. This idea originated on an old forum RP, a Pokemon Mutation forum RP, where I created a character there. I had a plot set up for it, however, the forum died and all. That sucks. So at least I'm using the idea for something new, But yeah. And now I want to stop with detectives. I always wondered what would the guild exposed to if they are tasked with solving something they cannot solve, like a murder, or I don't know, they are bust on a drug bust, right? That those exist.
I mean, the way I normally would see it is just if you want to like use the world of PMD for that. To me, it really depends on how you view the guild. Because the guild
Yeah.
effectively in the world of D&D just functions as a typical adventure guild. It's just formatted in Pokemon,
True.
and that's fairly new for Pokemon. But like, okay, look, you stay there, and then you work in there, and then they take most of your money, and you take jobs. Yeah, it's just a guild. But I know there's always like the possibility of taking the guild and turning it into something new. So you can always lean on this. For example, it's more like a community center kind of thing. It's the center of the town, or it can be more of like, it's kind of like a law enforcement kind of thing, daily chase on criminals and such, and you could always lean on like different roles for different parts of the guild. Like you have your adventurers in the guild and stuff, but then you also have like people who act like investigators and detectives, and they actually do a lot of the work. And honestly, that's genuinely still a really kind of sick idea for a Pokemon campaign from PMD, because think about being a detective in the Pokemon world where like actually having to know Pokemon and their traits and their things is important. It's like, let's see, let's gather evidence.
I see.
There's some sleep powder here. Yeah, I think I know how they knocked out the victim. But what Pokemon
Well,
sleep powder?
Yeah, that would get it for the campaign. That would get it for where I use techniques and that and stuff like that. However, I was thinking of also adding secret agents, black operation kind of stuff, like espionage stuff. Yeah.
I think.
Yeah, because
more than anything.
Sorry, go ahead.
I think more than anything.
KipCap, would you get back in front of your mic so I can hear you?
I just moved away for like 3 inches. I literally scooted back a
And I cannot hear you anymore.
Yeah, well, now you can. How about that?
Yeah, I can't hear you. Good.
How about that?
That's much better.
Yeah, better. Yeah.
So anyways, yeah, because because in my setting, the Earth continent, detectives are basically secret agents, so like the FBI or CIA. It makes sense, yeah. And of course, there's gonna be some action movie type moments in there. I was thinking there'll be action movie type moments in there because yeah. Let's just say that a certain first-person shooter franchise got me very invested at the agents and all that. So yeah, espionage stuff.
First-person shooting in Pokemon sounds interesting.
Well, no.
grabbed it?
I thought that was something else entirely. I was talking with Call of Duty Black Ops series.
You
yeah,
grab the
my brain.
Charmander and you squish the Charmander, and the Charmander uses flamethrower.
My brain's on yeah, it's like Power World type stuff. You just have like handheld
Yeah.
Pokemon,
Yeah.
water gun,
Yeah.
shooting machine gun.
That's funny, but yes, I was saying is that the Call of Duty Black Ops series inspired me, with a few things. Yeah.
E. But you can't tell us much because otherwise you might spoil it.
Yeah.
Be sneaky about it.
Of course, I'm kind of a history buff with myself. And we see, for a few years I've been issuing, Cold War stuff. So yeah. So of course, making a abridged version of a Cold War story would be interesting, but of course this is not gonna be on the nose or anything like that. It's gonna be very subtle to make sense. But yeah.
E. Okay, wait. Hold on. I know I'm rewinding a lot, really randomly, really suddenly.
Uh-huh.
But like, hold on. Is every character in Smash actually from its own game? Like, there's no character that
Yes.
just kind of throw in there for that.
Yes. The only time I've ever
I'd
seen
imagine
as
so.
Multiverse has had Rain Dog and it's from that game only. But like Smash Brothers, like there's no original characters in that. All
Is-
everything's
yeah.
in.
Like, okay, I pulled up the list of Smash, right? And it's
Okay.
like, okay, Mario, Donkey Kong,
Okay.
easy. Link, Samus, Dark Samus, okay, Yoshi I know, Kirby I know, Fox I know, Pikachu I know, Luigi, Ness.
Mhm.
Captain Falcon I learned recently is from a racing game. I didn't know that.
F-Zero.
Oh, I see.
I think Ren showed me that. I'm not sure.
To be fair,
Um,
like before it became people actually kind of like everybody knew like that some of the characters that got popular because of Smash Brothers, like Ness, for instance, nobody knew who he was because not everybody played Earthbound.
Yeah.
No.
Um,
Anybody else?
no.
I'm curious.
Yeah.
Nope.
Hey, don't be afraid to go ahead. And I actually find it like kind of neat that if you didn't actually know the characters like Pikmin and stuff.
Oh yeah, that's what I'm going through. Like, okay, Jigglypuff, Peach, Daisy I know about. What is Ice Climbers from?
Ice Climbers.
Oh, my
Literally,
Shiny.
ice
It's-
climbers.
Literally.
It's an NES classic game,
Yeah.
Oh.
like
That's
before times.
Well,
I mean,
I
we
thought-
canonically know that you're like the zoomiest of all of us, so it's fair that you wouldn't know these characters. So
I mean, it's just like Ice Climbers. I thought were from like Smash. I didn't think they actually were from their own game.
you're just really trying to turn me into a fossil, aren't you, Gib guy?
Sheik. I also have no clue where that's from.
Zelda.
Wait, Sheik?
What?
No,
Yeah.
no, don't say anything. I want you to guess. Think about it. Come on. No. Have you ever played
Fire
any
Emblem?
N64 games? Did you say Fire Emblem?
Maybe.
I'm not
Oh,
laughing at you.
no.
I'm amused. I'm just amused. I'm just really amused right now.
Yeah, like, I don't know where Sheik is from. I don't know that character at all.
You don't?
Mhm.
But
No.
how?
Tim, you wanna go take this one?
No, I'm good.
I kind of don't want to tell
Oh,
you.
goodness.
Just want to let you hold this for a little bit.
Yeah.
That's honestly fair. I don't think Sheik shows up in all the other ones that much, so it's only in one of them. but yeah.
Yeah.
But wait, no. But hold up. But Sheik turns into someone, right? You know that, right? Who do they turn into? Think about it. Come on, please. You're joking. Now that I think about it, there's no way. You're messing with me.
You're in denial.
I don't know this character, X.
But no, in the game. Have you played the game?
Which game?
Smash Brothers. You played as Sheik at all ever?
No.
Okay. Well, never mind. All right, then you don't. Okay, that's a little bit
Face
better. Then.
palm.
That's a little better
Face
than if
palm.
you never even played them. Well, Sheik turns into somebody that you will know who they are.
Into who?
I'll give it away.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I'm not sure if I want to tell him.
Okay.
I'm just trying to have them
Sheik
figure it out to get an aha moment from them, but
Sheik is
I
from
can't
Fire
do it.
Emblem. There we go.
no,
No, oh my god.
Until I'm not gonna look it up. That's just gonna be my new headcanon until corrected.
Oh,
We
I'll-
just
I'll let this
corrected
run.
you.
Like,
But
yeah.
not with who? Okay.
Ahead of a zoom.
It's not Mario franchise. It's not Pokemon. It's not Star
I
Fox.
literally
not Fire
said
Emblem.
it.
I didn't listen. I'm sorry.
Oh, this is so frustrating but funny at the same time.
I'm not frustrated at all. I'm just amused.
Yeah, it's so
Well,
funny.
Sirio just said it.
Yep, I'm not
Yes.
reading chat.
And hi, Chrisoffs.
So that feels against the spirit of things.
I was waiting
Oh.
for someone to break in the chat. I was seeing
is
how-
it from?
Yeah.
Is it
Yeah.
from that from whatever game Pit is from?
I would say
What?
cereal.
Oh, get this.
Cereal broke. You broke cereal. You couldn't take it.
Oh crap.
That's the only one. Okay, what other game is there? Street Fighter?
Pit's honestly fun. Okay, you're hurting me now. You're attacking me directly.
This disturbs me.
I want you to be honest though. Don't you start faking your thing. I want you be honest. So you don't know who Pit's from, right? That's fair.
Okay, I don't know where Pit's from. I'm just guessing since I don't know. It's maybe from that game.
This one I'm just gonna tell you because it's one of those that you may not honestly know. Kid Icarus. You ever heard of that one?
Yes.
No,
It's an NES game, an old school old school NES game.
that makes sense because the only time I've ever seen Pit was from Super Smash Brawl.
Yeah, they showed up on a 3DS game too in a remake.
And
That's fun.
Kiriko's Uprising. Yep. Kiriko's Uprising.
Anyone else? I know like you're hurting somebody out there in the chat, but some diehard like,
Well-
how do you not know? I know even like the Zelda one got me a little bit like, oh no way, no way.
Yeah.
Wait, where from? Sorry.
The Sheik one got me. Well, maybe they just showed you didn't play Smash, I guess, because you should have like known that one even without like
No.
Because they turn into Zelda, so it's like Zelda.
Oh, that's why I've not really played Legend of Zelda.
But they're called Zelda though.
Okay, but
Yeah.
I know where Zelda's from. I don't know where Sheikah's from.
That's like if Mario had like there was a character called Boombala or something, and they turned into Mario, you'd be like, oh, they're from Mario.
Okay, yeah,
you know what I
but
mean?
like I
Yeah.
didn't know who Sheik turned into. Does that make sense? Okay, Sheik is from Zelda.
Okay.
Zelda's
Anybody
from
else?
Zelda.
Yeah.
Dr. Mario's from Mario. Peach is from
Uh-huh.
Pokemon. Falco. Marth
Okay.
and Lucine, I'm pretty sure, are both Fire Emblem.
I was waiting till you got to the
Obviously.
Fire Emblem characters. Like I'm like, yeah, you should at least be able to tell a Fire Emblem character. I'm finding amusing you called Sheik a Fire Emblem character.
Yeah.
It kind of looks like it, no? Good little. Okay, Link, Zelda, Ganondorf. I have no clue.
I'm gonna go.
What?
I need to go take another shower. I'll be back. I'll catch y'all. I'll catch y'all later.
Oh.
Okay, that was just you're killing me, man.
Ganondorf is from Zelda as well. He's the big bad.
That makes sense. Like I said, I haven't really played Zelda, so I'm just gonna start assuming if I don't know where from, it's from Zelda.
No, do not do that.
No,
Chris
we
Off
cannot
Actually, no.
do
is,
that.
Actually, go ahead.
You are killing Chrisoffs.
I know you're killing some people here. Keep going. Keep going. This is
you're
amusing.
killing me.
This is my favorite kind of British humor. I watch this kind of stuff where it's just basic cringe humor.
Oh goodness, that's crazy.
Mewtwo, Pokemon, Roy, Crom. I'm pretty sure those are both from Fire Emblem. Mr. Game & Watch. I also wouldn't have guessed this is its own game, but I'm going to assume is now a game.
Use your knowledge that use your knowledge you've gotten from these other ones that look like they're old school. You can do this. I
Yeah,
believe you.
Mr. Game & Watch is some other game out there. I don't know.
No, come on, just guess. Just take a guess. Try.
Take a guess, man. Take a guess.
Game & Watch?
What did you just say?
Is it the Game & Watch? I don't know.
Okay, there
Is
you
it like
go.
a Nice Climbers kind of thing?
Yeah,
It's
you
still
got-
like
yeah,
Nice
you got
Climbers
it.
or Nice
Sure.
Climbers?
You got it.
Sure.
Okay. Meta Knight, I have no clue. I thought that was a
You're
Smash.
done. Oh my god!
Oh,
my
no.
ribs!
Why?
My ribs hurt.
Why?
Is it
So
also
you didn't play this
Kickers?
either, huh? I guess you just don't play that many Nintendo games, huh?
He is
Probably
from
not.
Kirby.
I was gonna try to piece
I
it together on this. Like, what does he
actually-
look like? Like he kind
I
of looks
actually-
like.
Didn't know that at all. That makes
Yeah.
way too much sense.
Yeah, I mean, the moment you told me you didn't know what Pikmin was, I kind of could tell you didn't play too much. You know, you might have not played all the Nintendo games, but
Oh, that made
I'm
me-
surprised
Yeah.
you haven't played Kirby. Huh.
Okay. Pit, like you said, from Kid Icarus. Dark Pit, I'm pretty sure the same thing. Zero Suit Samus, okay, fine. Wario, cool, Wario. Snake, Metal Gear.
Okay.
Oh,
All
thank
right.
goodness.
Yeah, with the sanity here. There's okay. We need at least.
I.
Oh. Oh.
Okay, look, it's
Oh.
either gonna be Zelda or Fire Emblem.
Gotta pick one.
For who?
I.
He
Ah,
fights for his friends. Pick one.
Okay, pretty sure it's Fire Emblem.
There
Good
we
job.
go.
You did it.
There
Oh,
On to
we
the
Pokemon
next
go.
question.
Pokemon
Man,
Training's
you would be
obvious.
sweating on Who Wants to Be a Millionaire. Everybody would be sweating, actually.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Okay, Diddy Kong, I
Yeah.
know. Lucas, I'm also pretty sure is from Earthbound.
Mother 3, yes.
Yeah, I'll take that. I'll take that. That's one of the ones that's also, hard to.
Yeah.
Okay,
Who's
Sonic,
got
Sonic.
French?
King Dedede? I don't actually know how to spell the
King
name.
Dedede.
How do you pronounce the name?
Yeah, after what you told me, I would be
Oh,
surprised if you knew
goodness.
where he was from.
Well, Donkey
Um,
Kong, right?
Ooh.
Don't guess. You're hurting
Oh,
people,
you're
please.
killing me.
Actually, you know what? Keep
You're
guessing. Keep
killing
guessing.
me.
Another guess. Go ahead. Whoa, not
Okay.
Donkey Kong.
Really
What
didn't know
else?
that because I know him from when he appears in the King K. Rool reveal trailer, so I assume that's his, like Donkey Kong and K. Rool.
That's fair.
Okay, I actually don't know where he's
Anything
from.
else? Any other
Oh goodness. Oh no.
Come on, imagine it's for $1 million. You gotta guess, man. You got to use
My
the
other
context
guess-
clues.
My other guess is Mario, but I've never seen him in Mario.
Okay, at least you're naming Nintendo titles. You're warm, I
Yeah.
guess. But
Kirby?
yay,
There
you
we
did
go.
it!
That's the
Oh,
only other one that
did
made
it.
sense.
There we go.
Sorry
Okay.
not sorry for anybody in chat that's cringing from this.
Olimar has the Pikmin, so it
I'm
has to
in
be Pikmin.
denial. I'm in
Hey.
denial, man.
Good job. That's Pikmin.
Okay,
All
Lucario, Pokemon. I also didn't know Rob was outside of Smash.
So Rob is an interesting one. That's
Yeah.
almost a deep cut. He's not necessarily from a game. He is like hardware for Nintendo. Like he was
Yeah.
actually a thing they made a while back to be like, this is the new future of gaming. Look at this
He-
robot. And
he was
People would explain better.
essentially a controller.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my god, Nintendo made a synth.
I like Rob. I think Rob's one of my favorite characters just because of that.
Yeah.
Very unique.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. TIL.
Next.
Okay, Toon Link, Zelda.
Mhm.
Wolf, Star Fox, Villager, pretty sure that's Animal Crossing.
Here we
Mega
go.
Man's Mega Man, Wii Fit Trainer, probably one of the Wii Sports titles or something like that.
You
well,
I
you're
like
warm.
those.
I guess you have really close.
Wii Fitness?
You know what,
Yes.
I'll take that answer.
Okay, I don't know if this is from a
I don't
particular
know.
title or not.
We fit.
Okay.
Then
Rosalina Luma. I love Super Mario Galaxy.
Okay,
Classic.
okay.
Little-
Say Fire Emblem.
Little Mac, I don't actually know.
Ah! Oh, come on, man. You didn't
It's
play
not-
any NES games, did you?
no.
Street
But that's
Fighter?
like cult classic. God, stop
Street
saying Street
Fighter?
Fighter!
Oh,
You're not allowed to
God.
say that anymore.
You're
What if they're
this
Street
is
Fighter?
a travesty.
That's how I know you're
Um,
being for real, because you say Street Fighter. You sound like an uncle trying to like understand. No, man, what's that Nintendo you're playing there? While he looks at it and
Oh,
looks at a
goodness.
freaking Switch and he calls everything Nintendo still.
Yeah.
I have no clue.
You're not gonna be able to guess this one because his name's not the game name. So, have you ever seen Mike Tyson? The Mike Tyson memes or anything from all that cult classic Nintendo Mike Tyson stuff?
Like those old the Mike Tyson fighting games?
Yeah.
You're
It wasn't actually Mike Tyson.
It's not, but I'm trying to give him some hints because Mike Tyson was in one of the titles.
I don't really know this. I know of their existence. I don't really know of them, to be honest. So if it's
Oh.
from them, I can't name the game.
Actually, I don't think it was ever called Mike Tyson's. But
I'm gonna
Actually,
guess like
actually, yeah.
Iron Fist or whatever. I don't know.
It's Punch Out.
It's Punch Out.
Yes.
And,
Oh,
the
I've heard
title,
that
the,
name
the
before.
oldest title used to be called Mike Tyson's Punch Out. Actually,
Yes.
I've
that's
heard
like
that
that's
game
the
before,
old
actually.
one. Yeah. And that's usually like where the memes and everything that even still is around today comes from. But I'm surprised
Yeah.
you haven't seen anything about that or any like memes on it.
I think I've like
Yeah.
heard the name because the name sounds familiar. So I probably listened to it on like a video and then a video essay or something or a documentary.
Yeah, it shows up. It's a
Oh.
classic.
Yeah, sounds familiar enough.
Next character.
Greninja Pokemon. Okay, Me Fighters. Me? I mean, it's like the Wii character. but I don't know if it's from a game
you would be
specifically.
wrong.
They showed up in a few different games, but
Yeah.
yeah, that's the
Mhm.
essential idea behind those.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Palutena. Fire Emblem?
What you just say?
Fire Emblem?
What's your name? What's that?
Palutena?
What?
Lieutenant.
Alright, I think what that
Palutena?
is. This is No. Why?
Okay, I am not understanding which character you're talking.
Palutena. Palutena.
Palutena.
Oh.
Oh no, that one's from Street Fighter.
Why you like this? Why?
Okay, that doesn't
Why-
look like a Street Fighter
Why?
character.
They're from Kid Icarus.
Yeah, it's Palutena.
Okay.
Yes.
That makes actually that makes sense.
Jeez.
Okay, Pac-Man's Pac-Man. I've actually played Pac-Man like an arcade.
Yeah, I
cool.
would have wondered what kind of culture, like, uncultured if you didn't know Pac-Man.
Yeah.
Robin also honestly just looks like a Fire Emblem character.
I mean, you ain't wrong. They do look like that.
Yeah.
Shulk.
What'd you say?
Shulk.
Sure, cool. Why don't you get it wrong?
Uh,
I can see it.
This one I can understand. If you don't know this one, it's
Yeah.
JRPG. But you the guessing hurts though. How does he look
I
like he's
know.
a Metroid?
The symbol is like the shiny thing on the back or
Have you-
something.
I
I'm like
guess-
looking at half an icon.
Zero Suit Samus's cousin? I don't know.
I don't know. It looks the closest that it looks to. I don't know what this is from.
Who can tell him?
Sorry, fans of this
Mega
JRPG.
Man?
Okay, I'm gonna stop you. I'm gonna stop you. before you
Yeah,
hurt
we're gonna
somebody.
stop this. Xenoblade Chronicles.
Okay, that's why I've never played Xenoblade.
Mega Man. That's great. Honestly, not a bad idea. You listen, maybe it has a little bit of a Zero vibe. I'll give you that.
Yeah. Okay, Bowser's still Mario. Duck Hunt is Duck Hunt. Ryu and
Culture.
Ken are Street Fighter. Okay, those I know.
Hallelujah.
Yes.
If you said Fire
There
Emblem, I
we
was going
go.
to go take a shower.
Yes, that was gonna destroy you if you said that.
I would have to take a walk, then a shower, then reevaluate.
Okay, Cloud. Okay, I know this
Don't
one.
do this.
I know
Don't
this
do
one.
This.
I know this
Don't
one.
Do... Okay. Please. You'll
Please.
hurt me.
Final Fantasy.
Yay!
Yes.
Yippee! Which number?
There
You
we
know
go.
the number, right?
7.
Yay!
I was gonna specify the number and then I doubted myself, so I didn't want to specify it in case I got
Wait,
it
what
wrong.
did you think he was from?
Oh,
Hold up.
there we go.
What did you think at first? What were your...
I wasn't sure, like, cause I know him from Final Fantasy VII, but then I
Oh, you said the words. You said the words I was scared you were gonna say.
Judge.
Wow.
So, I know he's from Final Fantasy. I just didn't know if it was from 7 or before that, because it could have been like, oh, he appears in like Final Fantasy 3, and I was gonna be like, I only know him from 7.
Sorokin, stop. Stop you.
Oh, goodness.
Orin also just looks like a Fire Emblem character.
Corin,
Yeah,
is
that's
that?
correct.
Corin.
Yeah,
Bayonetta.
Oh,
Oh, this
please
will hurt me a
guys,
little
right.
bit. This will hurt me a little bit because I like the game that she is from.
Is
One
the
of my
game
favorite
called
games of all time.
Bayonetta? Because I'm not gonna guess my initial guess in that guess.
I mean, what do you think?
Yeah, what do you think?
Because my initial guess was probably gonna be Metroid as well.
Why do you consider everybody that because they don't have that much clothing they're from Metroid? Zero Suit Summer shows up one time and everybody's from Metroid.
no.
It just looks like she has a gun.
This kid is kidding me.
Street Fighter
That's 'cause
did
it look-
that.
Zim!
Yeah.
Zim! Sir! Why?
I wouldn't have guessed it otherwise.
She could be a really good Street Fighter character. I would lose my mind. If she was actually on Street Fighter, I'd lose my mind. That'd be
Okay, so
cool.
she. Okay, never mind.
Yeah, no.
Okay.
I
gonna
needed to
save
know.
you some time.
Okay, I did not doubt Zim. I was gonna just move on. I was gonna assume it was Street Fighter.
He said Street Fighter 2 times and he was wrong. Why would you not? Okay.
Now.
You know what? Okay, you were right the first time. Bayonetta, move on. It was pictured from Bayonetta. It's a hack and slash game, one of the best of all times. Y'all should play it.
Oh wait, Sirio's correct. Yeah, Bayonetta is from Devil May Cry.
If they had a crossover, I'd lose my
I played that
mind.
game, so that makes sense.
What did you just say?
I haven't played Devil May Cry, so that makes sense.
Continue.
Okay, but Bayonetta's from Devil May Cry, okay? Or not? Because I actually want to know if not.
They are actually
now?
from Bayonetta. It is named
Yeah.
after them.
Named after.
Okay,
Yeah.
perfect. So I guessed.
They've had 3 games on Nintendo and PlayStation and Xbox.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, Inkling is Splatoon. Ridley.
There we guess good.
Well, I'm not gonna say anything. What do you think Ridley's from? As I look over at you, smiling.
It's just that. Okay.
Okay. Yeah. What's Ridley from? Gib Gab? Gib Gab, what's Ridley from?
Final Fantasy?
They're like, I'm gonna crush you. I'm gonna crush you. Oh my God. Damn it.
There should be a YouTube video. Oh, wait, it is. This will be on there forever. Okay.
Oh,
I've watched
I
this.
was going
I
to
watched the-
end, half an hour ago, but this is just too funny.
Yeah, I've watched.
Yeah, it's way funny.
I've watched videos like this where they put grandparents and whatnot, and just different people that don't know.
Yeah.
And then like, name this character. What do you think this character's from? And just like listening to him is just amusing. It's just.
Oh,
So-
my sides. Oh,
Okay,
goodness.
okay, where else is where else is Ridley gonna be from?
I want to. You're a gamer, right? You play games. You play video games. You play Nintendo, right? Like
I
you
didn't
name-
play that much Nintendo.
Okay.
Mostly like Pokemon.
When you saw the trailer for Ridley, what happened in the trailer?
I didn't see the trailer.
Why? How did you? Okay, I'm just like expecting you to have
Oh
like.
my God.
I'm expecting you to like be see like culture culture stuff, like the trailer, or like him around the place, or references that are happening with. Okay.
It didn't seem
Oh
trailer.
no.
I don't know how to piece this together for you without just telling you. I guess I just got to tell you.
The problem is that the only other character that I associate Ridley with is Meta Knight, but it doesn't look like a Furry character.
Why? Why do you associate him with Meta Knight
No,
over everybody
no, I like
else?
this.
I
Yes,
Keep going, I'm not
he
telling him.
is.
He's kidding me.
Curvy.
Nobody
yes.
in the chat. Everybody in the chat. Shush. Do not tell him. Delete anybody. Do not read the chat.
I'm not looking at chat.
Oh
Don't worry.
god.
I love people breaking in the chat. Y'all are breaking. You would not make it through the goulash. All of you are breaking. Now,
Oh,
you,
goodness.
Gib Cab. I want you to
What?
think
Yeah, but I'm
who
going to-
would
I'm
be a
gonna
rival to Ridley. Who?
Why does he have a rival?
Ridley, who would be just like, who would you think would fight? Who do you think would fight Ridley?
Is he a Street Fighter character?
You son of a... Okay,
Oh
look,
my
you just
God,
messing with me
dude.
on that
I'm
one.
so
You know
hard.
damn well he's not from Street Fighter.
This is
I want you to
so
think about it. Who in the cast would be
Oh my
fighting Ridley as a villain? Ridley's a villain.
goodness.
Who would fight Ridley?
Let me look through the cast list really quickly.
Okay, come on.
I
I can't believe you said Street Fighter. You are.
Oh, got it. Star Fox.
I'll take that. You know what? I'll take that. That'd be cool. I'll take
That's
that.
not
I'll take that.
correct, but
It's not- but you're closer than fucking
But it
Street
makes
Fighter.
sense
Street
because
Fighter.
Star Fox is full of furry characters, and this is a very furry character.
It's a kind of an alien scaly-ish kind of thing, but you know.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna say you're wrong.
That was my
Oh,
best
and,
guess.
and say
Um,
try again. You're close in the sense of like, not the right game, but you kind of got the
Okay.
vibes.
You said he's an alien, so that Metroid.
Yay, you did
There
it.
we go.
Okay, good. Because my other guess was gonna be
Finally.
Mega Man.
God.
Mega Man.
Oh,
Honestly,
no.
that'd be cool too. I think I may have saw a crossover where Ridley
Oh,
fights Mega Man.
God.
You can fight him.
Okay.
Oh, this has been
Um,
amusing on multiple layers. Actually, I'm not gonna lie.
Oh, this is an emotional roller coaster.
Simon, I have no clue. I'm just gonna.
Oh,
guess
you gotta be kidding me.
But he doesn't
No,
look like a Street
you
Fighter
don't know this
character.
either. Wait,
No.
what's Simon from? Take a guess.
don't know.
Take a,
You've
no, take
never
a, take
seen
a
them.
hard. You mean you never seen the trailer? Okay, all right, okay.
No.
So you've seen how he attacks, right?
The only Smash character that I have watched
Oh,
the trailer
boy.
for was King K. Rool.
What's Simon's
The
full
only
name?
Smash trailer.
Stop it, sir.
I don't know. It just says Simon. That's all it says on the character icon. It just says Simon.
Oh,
Nothing from his
goodness.
music or anything from crossovers that he's in all over the place.
I
He's still getting
have-
crossovers to this day on his game with multiple things. Like, I don't even want to say it. I don't want to say it yet. I'll let you just nothing about Simon
Metal
at all?
Gear?
Okay then. Alrighty. You know what? You're kind of close in a weird way. I'm gonna give it to you. You're kind of close in a weird way, but it's from the same company.
It doesn't look stylistically match with the rest of the characters.
You are correct. You are correct.
Nintendo didn't acquire Mortal Kombat, right?
Oh boy. Mortal
Oh
Kombat, huh?
no.
So Dead Cells had a crossover. Vampire Survivors had a crossover with their game. That's all I'm giving you now. They're still relevant culturally.
What game is Dead Cells? I mean, I feel like I recognize it, but I
okay.
haven't played it. I'm pretty
My
sure.
indie game loving heart is hurting right now. Gib Gal, I want you to know that.
Oh, it kinda looks like a
oh,
cool game.
this is so glorious.
Yeah.
Okay, so I was thinking of Dead Space, not Dead Cells.
No, not Dead Space.
Oh,
There's no crossovers with this game with Dead Space.
I don't know. Where... Is he a Fire Emblem?
He would be a badass
my
crossover
God.
to be in Fire
Oh,
Emblem. I'll give you
God.
that. Simon
Oh,
Belmont in Fire Emblem. I'd play that shit. Okay,
Simon
so
what? Sorry.
Simon Belmont. Do
You know what?
do you
Yeah,
recognize
let-
the last name?
That doesn't give me any hints.
What'd you say?
That doesn't give me any hints.
That doesn't give you nothing. The Belmont name. No respect on the Belmont name with you, huh? Okay.
Ah,
You know what?
you must be the
Oh,
Belmont.
goodness.
I don't recognize that name.
I don't know how you don't know the last name.
Then-
How do you
Oh,
consider yourself a
goodness.
gamer? I'm getting mad at you. No, this is
It's
fair.
not
This is
Metroid,
fair.
right?
You gotta stop. You know what? You're close in a weird way again. I hate it. You're
Stop.
close in a weird way again, and I hate it. Okay, you know what? I'm not gonna give you the name. I'm not gonna give you the actual
God damn
name,
it.
but I'm gonna give you a bigger hint. Do you recognize the reason why that's such a big close thing? Because the term
Castlevania?
Thank God. I was gonna say Symphony of the Night. Now I'm gonna say Metroidvania, and I'm gonna be like, come on, man.
Okay,
Come on, man.
Okay, weirdly though, if you told me Symphony of the Night, I actually would have guessed it.
Okay, so you knew that game, but you didn't know Castlevania. You didn't know Simon.
You didn't know Belmont.
Belmont. The
I can
Belmonts are in
understand
that game.
Simon, but not understanding Belmont?
Okay, but the thing is that like I only know Castlevania because a friend was playing it and I was kind of mildly looking at it, and also like I know it's like a Castlevania, like I know the term, the game, and I know the music.
I'm just never gonna take you making fun of me being a freaking boomer or something. Seriously, ever again when you're like this. you are. All right, continue.
I'm
Okay,
Gen Z and even I'm just disgusted over this.
Okay, Richter looks like a Street Fighter character.
Bro!
You can't tell me he doesn't.
No, my
Bro,
God.
bro, please, come on, use context clues, man. Just think about how they fight, man. Come on, dude.
Oh,
Don't be
I'm
like
gonna be
this.
I'm gonna be honest.
Are
I
you-
haven't seen Richter fight.
Are you real right now?
I played a little bit of the campaign for Smash. That's
Are you
about what I-
Are you looking
Oh,
at them? Are you at least
no.
looking at the character when you're doing this?
Yeah.
Okay, then what does he look like? Think about it. Think about it. Look at him.
He looks like
Describe
a
him.
Street Fighter character.
No,
He
you
kinda looks like
describe
him.
You describe this man and what he has, what he's doing, what is in his hand, man. Come on, dude.
Oh, I'm only seeing like a face shot.
Okay, this explains a lot. Why don't you like look up a bigger picture of
Yeah.
him somehow? I don't know. I
Richter
don't.
character. Oh, okay. Never mind. He looks like a Fire Emblem character.
You know what? I'll take that because he kind of does. I'll take
Oh,
that.
goodness.
But that'd be a better way you can see these whole characters because you see in the portraits. I guess that's all even better because I guess that would have gave it away if you could see the dang whip in his hand.
Yeah.
Okay. Castlevania.
I thought you already had
Explains-
figured it out. I can't believe. I thought you already. Okay, yes, you're right. That was actually. Was that a guess or you just for sure?
That was a guess.
Oh God, man!
I'm guessing it is. I don't-
We should do this for other games. Jesus. Okay.
Yeah.
Proceed.
Okay.
Are you
Pink Hero is
going.
Donkey Kong. Isabel is Animal Crossing Innocent or is
Pokemon? Yes. Continue.
Yes. Okay, the DLC characters. Piranha Plant is Mario. Joker's Persona. Hero.
Okay.
I don't know.
Oh, this is kind of fair, but may hurt some old schoolers out there.
Yeah.
They're from an old school RPG that is
Final
still
Fantasy.
very relevant and popular. Like people literally.
They're still releasing it.
Yes.
Final Fantasy.
Yep.
Okay, you're on them. You're getting close. You're getting close, but not no. So like, people literally like take off from work in Japan because of this game. It's that popular. It's that big. It's that good.
You know, maybe if I look up the bigger.
So try it. Try again. Hurt some people.
If you say if
I am
No, I'm not saying
100% requiring Taldarius to watch this. We are going
I wish
to
they were
have
here.
we are going to have a watch party of my own VOD
Oh,
with
really?
Taldarius.
oh, that'd be brilliant.
Everybody here.
I'm going to
I
make
am-
this happen.
I am doing this for all of you because I know some of you are like me and watch like that cringe British humor of awkwardness, and you just love this kind of shit. And then there's some of you that will legit just
Yeah.
be in pain, and I feel you because I've been hurt during this as well. You've probably hurt
Yeah.
me. So continue. What is this hero from? They're just called
My-
Hero.
It's just that like the only other thing he looks like is from like Fire Emblem, but he doesn't look like a Fire Emblem character.
Can I get a Fire Emblem counter on the top right, please? Put a Fire Emblem counter. Fire Emblem number 17. Fire Emblem got like a big cast, man. They're gonna make their own Smash Brothers.
Okay, if I don't know the game, at that point it's gonna be solid.
Yeah.
That's fair. That's fair. I don't know how to give you a hint with this because you've probably never seen this, but
I don't know.
Anybody want to try to give them hints? I don't know how to hint this. There's no way I can hint this without just telling you. It's from an RPG, a JRPG, really popular JRPG. Right next to Final Fantasy popular.
Okay, okay.
Come on.
The
Come on, man. For $1 million.
call my lifeline.
Hey there, Weirny.
Oh.
You might want to run because pain.
It's painful.
Gib Gab is uncultured.
Oh
I don't know
no.
Nintendo that much.
Gib Gab did not know where Ridley was from, for example.
Yeah, they're
What?
they're from Star Fox.
Gib Gab also did not know the name Belmont.
Gib Gab also did I know where Sheik was from.
Okay, the more
That's
you
my favorite one. That's my favorite.
Like the more you say that I didn't know all these things, the more uncultured I sound. But it's hard to keep all of this in mind when I don't really play that many Nintendo titles.
Some of these are just like stuff if you at least played the game, you could context clues it like Sheik, but I'm finding this so amusing. Honestly.
This just makes me in pain.
Little Mac hurt.
I'm scrolling through the list of like games to see what like hero might be from that I've already guessed, and I'm like, I don't know.
I'm gonna tell him.
You know,
Kirby?
Gib Gab.
Kirby!
I don't know what else is from.
I want you to tell me how this works. How he works in a human in Kirby.
Because I haven't
the
played
only
the
human Kirby, huh?
Because I haven't
Okay, just look at look at the art style. Tell me how that matches the Kirby art style for the characters that we have.
Okay.
I told you JRPG, Gib Gab. I gave you the fundamentals, and you still see me a platformer from Nintendo.
It doesn't match, but I don't know what else it would be.
You are really like choking right now, aren't you?
I've never seen this character before.
Do you know what game Samus is from?
It starts with a hello. Wait, what
So
happened?
it's from Metroid.
Oh, we have somebody who joined. Who is that?
Weirny.
Oh, hello, Weirny.
Okay, so if it's from where Samus is from, then Heroes from Metroid. That's what you said, right, Weirny?
I
don't know if I understood that right.
I am literally giving you the blueprint here. I told you JRPG. I told you you're close with Final Fantasy.
So
Why are you jumping to Nintendo platformers?
JRPG. I don't know JRPG.
You have given up on me. You have given up. You're saying Metroid. You're saying Kirby. I don't know what you're doing. At this point, we just need to tell them. Gib Gab does not play JRPGs.
Yes.
Confirmed. They didn't know Xenoblade. I'm happy they got Cloud. I would have cried, but they got Cloud. So at least I'm proud of you.
I don't play JRPGs either.
I'll
Is
go
he from
ahead
the
and-
game where Little Mac is from?
I want to stop you, but this is you're hurting so many people right now.
Okay, I always, what game was Little Mac from? I already forgot. Sorry.
You already forgot Little Mac?
Yes. I forgot what game he was from.
Try
What was the game
again.
from?
I'll give you the hint again. Mike Tyson's.
Okay, Punch Out. Okay.
I was just saying that
Punch Out?
earlier that Ridley was from Metroid.
Yeah. Okay. I know that now. What?
Anyways, next character.
But you didn't even
Okay,
get
but
the
where's
hero
he
one
from?
yet.
I want to know because I don't know where he's from.
Gib Gab.
Does anybody else know? How about we turn this over to Zim? Do you know where Hero's
What's
from?
him?
Or maybe
What's him?
Why?
Zim, you don't know, do you?
Oh no, Dragon Quest.
Okay.
Okay.
I was about to say.
Let me. Dragon.
All right.
I
let's
was
continue,
just
I guess.
asking Gib Gab why. It's like I haven't even
Gib
played
Gab
these
must be
games
smashed.
myself.
Yeah.
I haven't played a lot of these games myself, and I still know where these are from.
I have
Yeah.
Just
not
from culture, man.
heard of Dragon Quest before.
I mean, I'm just surprised you never seen anything from like, trailers or just general cultural stuff, because they're like all over the place. It's like a big thing. It's on a Netflix show. It has multiple games. It's
Wait,
it's just
Dragon Quest was at a Netflix series?
Yeah, no, not a
I didn't know
series, I
that.
don't think, but there's a movie that covers like there's a whole movie about it. Yeah, I watched it. Yeah.
Oh,
Oh, cool.
All right.
I did not
Yeah.
actually know that.
Okay, next character.
Okay, I'm
This
gonna
game's over with.
I'm gonna just like tab that over. I'll read about it later.
Okay.
Okay, I never heard of that game. Don't at me. Banjo Kazooie's from Banjo Kazooie.
Okay.
Terry.
Oh boy.
looks-
Go ahead.
Him they
Say
kill me,
it.
but
Say
he
it.
looks like
Say
a
it, Gib.
Street
Say it. I know you're gonna say it. Say it.
It's Street
Say it.
Fighter.
You lovely son of a bitch! I knew you were gonna say that. Good try. Honestly, not a bad try.
goodness.
Not a bad try. You're close. Try again.
Hi, Raijin.
Gas Station
my
Simulator. What the
Hey,
fuck is he
Raijin.
from?
Did you just say gas station simulator?
Oh,
That's,
I don't know.
that's
God.
so
That's what he
rude.
looks like.
That's so respectful.
The problem is that I don't know where else he's from.
You're close. You're close. He's from a fighting game. Let me just at least give you that. Because we're gonna be here
Okay,
for a
You want me to
while.
say it?
I'm pretty sure the only Nintendo games I know that are fighting games are Street Fighter and Smash.
Okay. So we're not gonna get into this one. Let's just.
Is he
talk
from
about it.
Punch Out? Punch Out.
Fatal Fury.
No, God, I thought you would have made me cringe if I just
Oh
told you
my
fighting
God.
game. God, why? Stop.
Fatal Fury.
That's pretty awesome, though. Punch Out, though, that'd be pretty cool. I like that idea.
Yeah. But
Fatal
yes,
Fury.
Fatal Fury.
He's not from Fire Emblem.
I
He's not
have
from
never
Punch-Out.
heard of that game.
Yeah, it's
Fatal
another.
Fury.
That's fair.
That doesn't
Yeah,
make
it's
sense.
not as
Okay,
popular
next
as-
character. Next character.
Um,
Oh god.
Byleth.
What'd you say?
I don't know if that's spelling correctly.
Byleth.
Byleth?
Byleth.
Byleth? Okay, Byleth. Looks like a Fire Emblem character.
God, that's correct.
Okay. Min Min. I don't know
what
what the fuck this is from.
What'd you say?
I don't know where Min
Min
Min is
Min.
from. Zelda.
Min Min? Well, hold up. Let me let you
Oh
wait on
my
this one.
god, you are
Who?
just.
Min
Oh
Min?
goodness.
Spell it out. My brain's not working.
Min. Min.
Min Min.
Yeah.
Oh, Min Min's very fair to not know, in my opinion. They only
Yeah.
had like one game, and
Yeah.
yeah, it was kind of short-lived on a certain console that wasn't. Yeah.
Okay, good. Because my guesses were gonna be Zelda, Star
Actually,
Fox,
wait.
and then I'm out.
I think it was on Switch. You said Zelda.
Yeah, it's
Star
yeah,
Fox.
it's Zelda and Star Fox.
Those are my guesses. And maybe like, nah, doesn't look like an Animal Crossing character.
I'm gonna have you guess this one. You're gonna be able to guess it. What's the most like interesting part of that character?
For which one?
Of the character, Min Min.
Min
What's the
Min.
most interesting part
Uh,
of that character?
Let me look up more full body art.
Wait. You can't. See
Oh,
what
like I
I'm
said,
talking-
I just have the little list with like the face shots. What the Splatoon? No.
What's the
Wouldn't
most
be
interesting part of this
confused.
character? Come on, you can do this. Just say it.
Crocodile hand?
What are those? What are those? My God, come on, man.
Eh,
I'm trying to help you win
goodness.
this. You're gonna lose everything.
I
You're gonna get kicked out
don't
of.
know.
What are those? That what are they on? What are they on? Gib Cab, the dragon, the stretchy thing.
Arms?
Yeah, you did it.
There we go.
All right.
What?
Next
The
character.
game's called Arms. Yeah. That was
Yes.
fair.
Okay.
Next character.
Okay, Steven Alex has Minecraft, Sephiroth is Final Fantasy, Pyra and Mithra.
What should you get it wrong again?
This one's another one that I don't have faith you're gonna get. But where are they from? What do you think?
What's the other games I've
Pyra?
guessed so far? Hold on. I think I might be cooking. Give me a moment.
You definitely I smell something smoking. That's all. You're right.
Yeah.
Pyra and Mithra.
or from.
So, hi, Ride.
Final Fantasy.
You're in a ballpark. You're in the ballpark.
Yeah.
Fuck, that was my main guess.
You've said the game before. It's a JRPG we've said before. I'll give you that.
Dragon Quest?
No! Well, I mean, try again!
Keep trying.
Fuck, what was the game that Shulk was from?
You forgot already, huh?
Yes,
You
Damn.
forgot already.
Forgore.
So that's with an X.
Xenoblade.
Yay!
There we go. Next character.
Okay. Street Fighter. It's to me.
You didn't even say the
It's
game person.
Kazuya. Kazuya.
What is
Oh, okay, of course. Yeah, I was expecting you to say. You know, technically, you're not wrong because they were in a Street Fighter. So
I win.
That's your
it?
hint.
Wait, Kazuya?
I win.
No,
Okay, but I've
you
never-
don't win. You do not. No,
I've
I'm
never-
not taking that answer though.
Played
Come
Street
on,
Fighter.
it is one of the biggest games. It is one of the biggest games. It's
Big
still.
Hispanic
It has
games
a,
ever.
it's almost in the double digits, man.
I've
In
never.
a collabed Pokemon. It collabed Pokemon once.
What do you
what's
think
that?
he's in?
I mean, it looks like a fighting game.
Okay,
Who was the character again?
Kazuya.
Kazuya. Okay, Kazuya.
Ah.
Mm,
Okay, hold on.
it
I can
is-
cook. I can cook.
Cook, please cook. I want to hear this. This is gonna hurt a lot of people. If you
Please
don't
do
get this
this.
right.
Okay, it's solely just because, like, technically the name is an anagram for the game, but the other thing that comes to mind is Yakuza.
There's people that really wish
no.
Yakuza was in this game. Me being one of them. And also,
Okay.
fun fact:
Yeah.
they want them in the game he's from.
Yeah.
So that's kinda
name is
close.
an anagram for
Oh,
the
dear.
name is an anagram for that game's name. To be fair, you can spell Yakuza with Kazuya.
Sure, you know what? Keep cooking. It's funny how close you get in a
Keep
way. It's
cooking.
really funny how close you get without even knowing. But yeah,
He doesn't
your
look like
hint.
a Punch-Out character.
he does not. You are correct. He does not
Um,
look like a Punch-Out character. This game's been
Oh,
around
man,
since
it's killing
the
me.
90s, all the way in 1994. There's like so many iterations of
It's not Mortal Kombat, right?
more than 9. Oh boy, he no Gib Gab because
I-
Kazuya is not from Mortal Kombat.
I have never seen.
You are
this
getting
character
close. You're
before.
running out of popular fighting games. You're gonna get it eventually. I just
Okay,
Yes.
can't-
the other fighting game I know is Multiversus.
Oh, that is the
Oh
only
my
one you know.
God.
The other one.
That is the only one you know. You see, that's the only one you know. No other ones.
It's not
at
from
all.
them's Fighting Herd.
Oh man, you're naming some like indie fighting games now. You're gonna say
Oh,
Skullgirls
God.
next? It's Kazi from Skullgirls, Gib Gab. Okay, okay.
Oh,
I don't
he's
know.
kidding
I
me.
don't know. I don't have a.
I don't know how to give you more hints with this one besides like he was from a Street Fighter game. It's one of the most popular fighting games that's out right now, almost to like the double digits.
It's also not Fatal Fury, right?
It's not Fatal Fury. No, it's
Oh.
not. Zim, you know where Kazuya's from, right? You don't have to say it, but you know where Kazuya's from, right? Zim, there. Oh, oh boy. Okay, I see. I am the one that's being hurt right now with fighting games at the moment.
I don't know where
At
that
least-
character's from either.
It's not
Oh.
just me. I
It's
take
no.
solace, okay?
Oh,
No, it's clearly Mortal Kombat.
clearly, Kazuya. Oh, I can't wait to
God.
misstep in Mortal Kombat. Let's go. Oh boy.
I.
The only other fighting game I could think of is like Zenless Zone Zero.
I can't believe we have a name.
Oh, no.
Okay, it's a 3D fighting game. It's one of the most popular 3D fighting games.
Tekken?
There's your hint. You gotta get it, right?
Tekken?
There
Hallelujah!
you go.
yeah!
God.
He got it!
Okay.
Oh my god.
I can't believe
Look, I've never
This-
played.
this is
I've never
so
played
idiotic.
Tekken.
I
can
haven't
tell.
either.
I can
I
tell.
only knew that because I keep seeing Matteo and Rex play that.
That makes
Yeah.
sense. The closest I've come to knowing Tekken is Pokken.
Okay. Yes.
Yeah.
If you said
Okay.
2D
Okay.
fighting game, I would have guessed Melty Blood. But then we
Sora
would have had to go to the
is-
bathroom.
Oh,
Sora is Kingdom Hearts, right?
thank God. Okay, it's finally over.
Okay.
Oh, man, I was gonna
Funny
let that
over.
just settle a little bit, just see if let him just sweat, just to see. You asked it like a question. You sure Kingdom Hearts?
It's
Final answer.
look. It's either gonna be Kingdom Hearts or Xenoblade. And I'm
Wait,
pretty
what?
sure it's Kingdom Hearts.
Oh no.
I mean, you could be right. It could
RF
be
was
Xenoblade. What do you think it
Xenoblade.
is?
I'm locking it. It's Kingdom Hearts.
Okay.
Pretty sure we were talking about it the other day when we were
Correct.
talking about some of the stuff, and I'm pretty sure they mentioned that the key blade thing is from Kingdom Hearts.
So if it's a
I mean,
question,
it looks like-
if you ever hear Gibgab say it like a question, let it cook, let it settle, because I'm not giving it to you unless you're certain, because
Look,
that sounded like a question when you
Yeah.
said Kingdom Hearts.
I-
That concerned me.
Look, it's just that I try to avoid pulling up the full art because it tends to like give more hints unless I'm lost, right? And I
Yeah.
I see that he has what looks like the back end of like the Keyblade, because I'm pretty sure Resident drew it. And
Isn't
so
that
I
the-
Yeah.
see that and I'm like, okay, so
Yeah.
Sora has the Keyblade, he must be from Kingdom Hearts. But without the Keyblade, I wouldn't have guessed where he's from. I would've
I'm just
guessed
surprised you
something
don't know who Sora is, man. That's what's getting me
Oh,
right now.
God.
else. I've never played Kingdom Hearts.
I never
Fair.
played Kingdom Hearts either. I mean, I've
That's-
never really, I've actually never played many Nintendo games even really, because I never had a Nintendo system growing up.
Kingdom
I had a
Hearts.
Wii, but I played like shooters and Wii Sports
same.
on the Wii.
You'll say
Yeah.
Call of Duty 3 on the Wii was kind of lit, not gonna lie. Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Kingdom Hearts was a fever dream from hell.
I enjoyed it.
And I got an Xbox and I played Grand Theft Auto 4.
I enjoyed it. It's definitely.
Oh, this is a
agree,
lot
though.
bigger than I expected.
The list is over.
I had a
Yeah, I
feeling,
never
yeah,
had-
that's the last character.
Oh, thank God.
Yeah, I never really- I never
everything's
played a,
finally over.
I've
Good
never
job.
played a single Pokemon game ever either.
You
That doesn't
what?
surprise me.
You somehow haven't? You know what Pokemon is and everything, huh? You can.
Yeah, obviously. I have my funny Growlithe boy, but I've never played a single Pokemon game ever. I never had Pokemon cards or anything like that either.
Not even like.
I
a little
gotcha.
Like you like,
Well,
like a
well,
little bit of
now-
Pokemon?
Well, now I have like a couple Pokemon cards because people give them to me, but I've
Okay.
never gotten Pokemon cards. I've never played a Pokemon game.
Can I make a request?
Interesting.
By the way,
What's your request?
when you do the watch party, make sure you record it so we can record the recording like for that, and I can see other people's pain.
Yes.
I want to see.
I-
it.
I don't know if it's gonna be like Tal or Era that's gonna suffer more, but at least one of them's gonna hurt.
No, bad.
Yes.
Don't worry, Gib. You're gonna hurt a lot of people with this. Good job.
You know, I was tempted to go off full Samuel Jackson on you, Gib Gab.
Okay.
Like I was gonna
Hey,
go.
in my
mean, you could-
defense,
You
I
could
got
probably
more-
do the.
I got more characters than I expected in my defense.
I mean,
Sheep.
if you throw characters at me, I'm probably not gonna get
Objection
like half
overruled.
of them either.
Like I was gonna say, so I was gonna say something like, say Street Fighter again. Say Street Fighter again. I dare. I double dare you, motherfucker. Say Street Fighter one more goddamn time.
Where? Okay, yeah. Go do it with Werny then. Werny also doesn't know.
Thank you for the laughs. That was amusing, and I enjoyed it.
Okay.
I hope you.
Yeah, this
hope you.
destroyed me.
Hope we helped you with your culture. The culture shock that you may have had from that. But
I just
Yeah.
need to read about Dragon Quest because if you're telling me there's a game I can play with dragons, I'm gonna take it.
I mean,
I forget. Do you like You do like Minecraft, don't you, Gib Gab?
Uh-huh.
Look up Dragon Quest Builders. It is not the mainline version of
yeah.
it, but I really enjoyed that.
Yeah, I remember this one. There's a sequel to it. I kind of wanted to try it sometime.
I
never
would
got around
I
to
would
it.
skip the first one, only the second.
Oh, okay.
Okay, I'll take into account.
There's a lot of different versions of it. Like if you wanted the Minecraft experience one, that's really cool. There's also one where you basically focus on just the monsters, so it almost becomes like a monster taming one. There's a lot of different flavors of Dragon Quest.
Yeah.
It's pretty neat.
Oh, I was hoping you could play as a dragon.
Okay, so anyways, I better get going right now. But that was just an emotional roller coaster. I'm glad I could partake in this emotional roller coaster. So yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Anyways, I'll see you next time, everybody.
Yeah.
Have a good one.
Actually, I wanted to ask Gib Gab. Gib Gab, I have a question. So this one anime question, however. Do you know where Judai Yuki comes from?
Who?
Never mind. I'll be on my way now. It's
Yeah,
just a
Yuki?
dumb question, but yes.
Type it in the chat and you get a chance.
Yeah.
Yuki. Some Japanese.
Judai / Jaden Yuki. There we go.
I mean, he did not know most of the Japanese characters, so I don't. It's a good chance
okay.
he does not know this.
Oh.
But let me see.
I know the name Yuki from Sword Art Online.
Okay,
That's
that's
the character
it.
that comes to mind as
are...
popular.
Oh, Jaden Yuki. Jaden. This is not from Okay, I know this
It's
person.
from an anime, yes. From an anime.
It's not from Naruto, right?
Yeah,
So I haven't watched it.
everybody, anime version in the future. Stay tuned. If you like this one, the sequel's gonna be
Yes.
anime. Just
Yes.
give Gab no anime
God.
characters. You prepare
Yes,
to
I'll be on
find
my
out
way.
Naruto from DBZ. Okay, we'll catch you later, everybody. Bye bye.
See you next
Jesus
time.
Christ. That
Yes, you know, I was
hurts.
gonna.
The concept hurts.
It was
But
this
yes, you know,
character.
I was gonna say that, you know, I did not know what to do. However, Gib Gab, you
Oh,
were
okay, I
just-
know this character. Yes, from Yu-Gi-Oh.
Yes, they're from Yu-Gi-Oh. Jaden is from
There we
Yu-Gi-Oh.
go. Okay, what was your name? I'll put you aside. See you next time. Bye bye.
See ya.
Bye-bye.
Okay, Siri, that's a trick question because I actually did watch Reincarnated as a Slime and I really like the anime. One of the emotes that I used the finger guns for NB is actually Rimmer.
Huh. I wonder if they have like a thing where you just load up different portraits of anime characters and you can kind of guess what they're from. I think they have that in VR chat, but I never found it on anything else. But there is.
Go make a tier list.
Name that character. Tier list? No. Oh man, you would hurt my ass so bad if you did one with the 90s characters. Like, you know, just have like Fry pop up. Oh, that's from Simpsons. Oh,
Yeah, I know if you
All right,
Come
that's
on.
what we're gonna do next.
I
No,
know
do
future
not
on.
do that. I don't want
Yes.
to cringe anymore.
We are.
It already hurts. It
Rex.
hurts already.
Okay.
Rex.
Zoidberg? Okay,
on.
wait. So for
Keep
future...
that. Hold up.
No.
Rex,
What?
I want you have a job now. This is an order. Put together
Oh my
a list
God.
of them. The
my
90s
God.
characters from all those cartoons and such. And we're going to do this. I love you.
Love you too. Why does it have to be in this tone and this setting and how this is right now?
Okay, in my defense, I will be able to name Shinji from Evangelion.
That's good. That's good. You at least can do that. Evangelion is one of those super popular ones that you would hurt.
That's the only character I can know from that show, but that's beside the point.
There's gonna be a lot of pain that day when you do anime. A lot of anime pain for people.
Okay, look. Just ahead of time, I've watched a fair bit of Dragon Ball and Naruto. I watched like some of the early parts of Naruto. I still remember the episode where he gets eaten by a snake, and suddenly that makes me understand a lot of things.
Yeah, same.
It's a bit of Pokemon, and I have not watched Yu-Gi-Oh, so the only character I'm gonna recognize there is Yugi.
The art style is pretty dang easy to tell, right?
The what?
But Yu-Gi-Oh.
I mean, with the art style, maybe. Especially if they're holding a card. Oh yeah, I got an insight into your childhood. We were watching Terminator 2 the other. Yeah, we were watching Terminator 2 the other day, and I was like, yo, it's like Rex era.
Oh yeah, totally. Everything, specifically like late '80s, early '90s, is very much my era.
Yeah. Okay, beers. I did watch SAO. Kayaba is the final villain. That was on purpose. I just wanted to give Beers a little bit of emotional pain. I don't know who Kaiba is, but I was pretty sure it's not that one.
Okay, I found an easy one on BuzzFeed. I was trying to find one, but I found a '90s one already. I'll save that for later. This one has multiple answers too, but I don't think I want to give you the multiple answers. I think I just want you to just have to guess from nothing.
Okay, Beers, I have not watched Yu-Gi-Oh! I'm all looking at chat again. Also, Robert, I'm pretty sure that's from the Slug game, the one that people keep memeing. Rain World? Pretty sure it's Rain World. Okay.
So I've tuned out just to give myself some, sanity. So sorry, I wasn't listening. What y'all talking about?
Oh no, they just posted a Rain World mode, and I was pretty sure that's from Rain World.
Oh, okay.
I haven't played. I really want to because it looks really nice, but I just haven't gotten around to.
Oh, Rain World, the one from Adult Swim. You had a little cute little slug cat thing.
Adult Swim? What? Wasn't that a game?
Hard. No, that's the TV show. They have their own website where they support games. That's one of them. They supported that game.
I did not know that was a TV show.
No, I mean it's the channel. It's like a night.
Well, yeah, but like what I mean is I didn't know like Adult Swim made Rain World.
They supported a lot of games, and that's one of them they supported. That's all. The devs still did their own thing, but like they basically produced it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, Sirio, you're asking me a Yu-Gi-Oh question when I already said that I haven't watched Yu-Gi-Oh.
I haven't watched Yu-Gi-Oh either.
Because if you're gonna make me guess, I'm just gonna guess randomly. Atem sounds like some weird initials of like an Egyptian pharaoh, so it's probably the thing that possesses Yugi.
So, we are very far past my usual end time, but this was hilarious. We're gonna go ahead and call it here.
Sounds fair.
Thank you, everybody, for joining us today for House Flipper 2, as well as this Art Marten stream. Check out our website, zgfgaming.com. We've got links for our Discord, Telegram, Mastodon, Blue Sky, Patreon, and more. There on the website, as well as down in the description below through our link tree. Thank you to my patrons, tippers, and subscribers. It is your support that keeps this channel alive and going. I could not do this without your guys' help and your support, so thank you. Consider becoming a patron over at patreon.com/zgfgaming. It's one of the best ways to help out the channel, though you can also do so by sharing the stream around, grabbing packs of cards to stream loots, using our Humble Bundle partner link, or by commissioning one of the artists I manage for. Their details are at zgf.art. But for now, thank you all so much for joining, and I bid you the most fondest adieu.
Good night.